Hey, Skelly. And Skelly, not doing Snoop game today just because like it's My Hero Academia day, and it's hard to talk to people while I'm playing Snoop game. So I'll come back and play it tomorrow when everything's when Hero Academia's spoilers are out. But that's my plan right now, Skel. I was gonna tell you, but I was trying to fix my stuff. Had a lot of last minute technical difficulties. Oh, Speed's here as well, and hey, Vance. Okay, cool. White Despair, how are you doing? Thank you for understanding, Scale. Yeah, it's just because it's hard to talk when I have to read something on the screen as well. But I am excited to play more of Snoot Game for sure. And I'm okay, White Despair. I guess I should load up the... I should go and load up Discord and get into that group and see when those spoilers come out. Okay, guys, if you have any last minute predictions, now is the time. Let's hope that Bakugo is in fact there and not Toga or something like that. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, Tsukimechi Moonlight? Oh, okay. I haven't been able to watch it yet, Vance. Like, I couldn't watch YouTube today because I was working on another video and the video took up too much of my time. And the video I was working on was just a comparison video for Slime. For anyone wondering. Okay, Discord, let's see. Accessing the cursed group. Now let's see, My Hero 319 leaks. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's nothing on the 319 leaks just yet. Hopefully that'll turn into something later. Vance, what are you watching this season? And White Despair, I'm alright. Tired. My eyes are really bad by the end of the night, just because like I spend I spend a good chunk of my time on the computer, and it's just been really like recently I've noticed how bad they get over the course of the day. So that's been something. Just like thinking about how to deal with that. Like hopefully like once July's over, it'll be a little bit easier to not have to tax them too much. But that's pretty much where I'm at, White Despair. Skilly, you were pitching something to a production company, right? Has that gone well? Good. I got my mic on. Okay, just loading up things on my side. Okay, and as you guys can see, we have the good old oh, YouTube's asking me to verify my account. That's weird. Yeah, sure. Oof. Oh god. I actually... Okay. Well, this is gonna be bad. Okay. Now Google's... You know, really weird to be doing this to me now, Google, when we are... We're already streaming. It's kind of weird to be checking if I'm real now, but whatever. Okay, 1 second, guys. Just loading up some stuff here still. Gotta make sure we have all the spoiler channels open. I guess we could, if it goes on too long and we don't have anything, we can also go look at 4chan, see if 4chan has anything good for us today. Who knows? Maybe today's the day. Let's see here. One second. YouTube's asking me for more more verification stuff. Oh, this is weird. I hope no one's trying to hack my account. I hope Skelly's not trying to hack my account. Hmm. Okay. Okay. One second. So Discord is up again, so that's working. My computer is dying, that's okay too. Then okay. Now computer's freezing. Alright, cool. Do 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 do. Okay, so now YouTube shouldn't be kicking me off the stream for whatever reason. So that'll be okay. And then, okay, cool. Here we go. Okay, King of Nerds is here. That's excellent. I'm looking at the stream again. Hey, Ty. Doing all... Okay, I missed yesterday because no Wi-Fi, so I had to... Oh, gotcha, Going Rogue. No worries, man. Oh, well, actually. I hope you're doing all right, Going Rogue. Miguel. Hey, Miguel. Slime was really good yesterday. Yeah. Slime was good. Do you think One for All will be public knowledge? No. I really, like, it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Like, poor Izuku's gonna be mobbed. Ah, yeah, no, Jason. I was gonna ask you, can you give me the number again? Because I lost it last night. I accidentally closed out the window that I had it on. So I have my phone right here, so just give it to me again, and I will add you. Drugstore in Another World is a bit of a dumpster fire. Seems the studio skipped a bit in even its first episode. Oh, that's interesting. I can't wait to see that. So they like the sound of it, but I have a feeling that's what they say to everyone. Oh, okay. Well, I think you're cool, Scale. So I'm gonna believe in you. I think you're pretty creative, so I think this can work. Hey Trip, have you tried playing Final Fantasy 14 online? No, my friends keep telling us about it, and I do want to play it with them at some point, or check it out. It's something I'll consider like later on to go into. I know it's a solid game for sure. Honestly, I haven't really been watching too much recently. Just keeping up with the My Hero Academia. I've been doing more reading recently. Oh, okay, gotcha, White Despair. Oh, hey, Gohan. They had a few questions about stuff, which means I didn't make it as in-depth as they would have liked. Oh, okay. None of this anime season's interesting you, Speed? Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, and Gohan did the dailies. Okay. Oh, Informatica. Hey, man. But they did say they'd be back to me by next weekend. Okay. That's great. Oh, great. Now I can't get into, I can't get into my... That sucks. Okay, get rid of that. Sorry, just had to... I'm trying to get into Fire Emblem Heroes right now, but it's got to install an update, and it's doing that thing where you have to take out things on your phone. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, what am I up to? Yeah, no, we're going to be talking now. Informatica, and my teacher who gave it in said he'd help me refine it. Okay, okay. Then Suki thingamajig should be good. Google is acting like a bored girlfriend. Yeah, I'm not caught up on the Dr. Stone manga. Is the manga ending like My Hero Academia? Hard to say. The Dr. Stone manga like has moments where it goes like super fast paced, so I really wouldn't be able to say common. Not heard anything about the manga ending. Yeah, the manga for Thingamajig, a huge boost in views for the manga. Let's see. I hope My Hero Academia will have a time skip like, how dramatic it'll be for Izuku, a 16-year-old boy, to kill All for One and possibly Shigaraki. Well, that's a very good point. I don't know if we're going to end up getting that. Am I going to be watching Kobayashi? Nah, like, it's not my type, man. Like, I never watched the first season. I don't really like it. It's just not my speed. Or, it's me. It's not the anime, it's me. Man, I feel like I'm trying to justify breaking up with a girl. Has anyone seen any new anime? Oh yeah, Going Rogue. What I've been watching is on the channel, like in terms of reviews. Moonlight Fantasy episode 1 pretty good, starting out better than the manga in my opinion. Okay. 5 anime I'll be watching. Oh, Space and Shade. Tonight this chat shall be edgy. And hey, do you know any machine translation for manhwa? Do I know machine translation for manhwa? No. Ah, thank you, Jason. I really, really hope Izuku doesn't become a murderer. Well, yeah, I hope so too. It's a good game with an autoplay. I like how they introduced Veldura in the anime light novel compared to the manga. Okay. It's like I just went through like the changes. Well, I went through one half of the changes for that episode, and Veldura's like it's different, right? The light novel, Veldora shows up like after the party and all that. Like my video for that's gonna be coming up like at any minute now, but for me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a formed opinion about what the light novel has different than the anime for slime. I think I would have rather just have more explanations for the skills in the anime itself. But I like powers in particular, so like that's I know like that's not something that everyone should be going for. Let's see. True heroes kill people. I wonder if Izuku will mention how he was quirkless and how he was treated. I don't know. So people are really pointing out the shadiness of Mappa today on Twitter, of them trying to make people forget how much they're paying their animators. Oh wait, so like, so I am not following Mappa in any which way, so I don't know all this stuff about Mappa being a sweatshop. So someone give me like the rundown here, but what's going on? Okay, so 1 second. Let me also add buddy guy, Jason. Okay, let's see. Can I add him? Can I add him? Now, Jason, I don't play too much, so just keep that in mind. Let's see. You think there's anything wrong with heroes killing villains? Not really. Like, it depends on the villain. The thing is though, like a lot of times you want the villain to die because it's like it's best for everyone in the world for this person to die. And sometimes the hero won't be able to do it, but sometimes you'll get lucky and the story itself will kill off the villain for the hero. If you're going to be going down that way, like giving a character a way out by having someone else off them, like, you know, the villain's doing something and then a chandelier falls on them because they were being too villainous for whatever reason. If you're going to go out of your way to do that, you're still acknowledging that this person needs to die. You might as well have it be done by the character's hands and don't give the character a way out by serendipity. Unless it's specifically like a story with karmic overtones, like a theme about karma or something like that. Unless there's serendipity in the theme, you probably shouldn't be doing that. That's my opinion on it. Okay, man. Do. And I mean, like, I can appreciate some heroes staying innocent all the way throughout. I don't particularly... That doesn't bother me or anything like that. There's a place for stories like that in the world. Okay, let's see. Been reading Villains to Kill and got a high school too. I've been wondering where this has... Oh, okay, gotcha. All animation companies are sweatshops, and good animators are kind of universally trying to overwork themselves to death. Yes. If Izuku... Oh wait, the Isekai drugstore isn't bad. I'll watch as a means to relax, and the crazy Kobayashi and slime. Okay. If Izuku had met Endeavor instead of All Might, My Hero Academia would have been a whole different story. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Izuku would have been scarred after meeting initial Endeavor. Studio Mappa continues to overwork, and I'm enjoying reading Korean manhwas because, man, there's so much to read that these golden gooses go unnoticed. Okay. What are your thoughts of slime showing 2 other primordials in the opening? Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, that's ballsy. Like, they're gonna be in the season because we know where we are in the season relative to the novel. I just thought that why show them when you can show the the thingamajigs, the demon lords? That was my only point of confusion. I would have rather see the demon lords because the demon lords are more relevant than these people. Like, these people don't become relevant until like way later. So, and like Veldura's, you know, the other person there. It wasn't just the primordials there. There's the other person there. But yeah, it's a weird shot. I would have rather demon lords as opposed to the maids. As opposed to the demon peers, as they're called. Moonlight Journey Across Another World is the name of that Japanese one I mentioned. Okay. Imagine if Bakugo died. Just imagine Twitter's reaction. Mappa's a slave farm. Insider info said animators are overworked and underpaid. They keep taking a lot of series. There's a pic of a Mappa animator on Twitter that looks like a zombie. Oh my god. Freelancer tweeting out how Mappa has been paying animators the bottom of the barrel rates, and now they are opening up a new building, which doesn't really change much. Okay. Okay. Villains should die in a wonderful fashion, such as I'm dead, thank you forever, or something like that. Okay, Informatica. Manhwa will stop feeling like manga once you read enough. I mean, like, I've read some manhwa, and I can tell ya, like, a good chunk of it I don't really enjoy, just because they have different values that I don't like. Yeah, I didn't grow up reading those values, so I don't really care. And it's a lot of times just like dickish guys as the leads. But like, there's other manhwa I enjoyed. Like, I enjoy King's Avatar. I believe that has a manga. Okay, you know what? Let's not say King's Avatar. I do know Breaker New Waves. I did enjoy Breaker New Waves. Okay, let's see. Even those two manga link, there's killing in the, well, okay, that's great. Especially when a guy working on wondering priorities with hospitalized 2 times really made people pay more attention. Oh, interesting. The irony of animators that they're willing to take these jobs even if they're overworked and don't get paid much, if they can then climb up the ranks to become a well-known animator. Yeah, that's rough. Sometimes be careful with manga, especially the romance ones, because they can be a complete mess. Yes, they most certainly can be. I think there's a site where animators upload their best works and the scenes they worked on as a way of creating a portfolio. Oh, okay. I, for one, am looking forward to the introduction of the black numbers in slime. Me too. I think hero should kill, but anti-hero could mostly hero or in public eye, vigilante or not. I think Mappa at the moment particularly bad to the typical thing that happens to an average studio. They have to get a lot of freelancers to help make up for the workload. Interesting. I'm hoping there is no more fuel for Deku x Bakugo shippers. Ty, why are you hoping for something you're not going to get, man? Like, no, there's 100% going to be more fuel for the Deku Bakugo shippers, because everything is fuel for them. Like, Bakugo and Izuku can't be in the same screen without, or you can't even mention each other without it being fuel. Ty, you're fighting a losing battle here, man. I feel for you, buddy. Breaker's a really good series, yeah. It's still on hiatus, right? Like, I feel like it's been on hiatus for years now. But, because I know it's supposed to have a 3rd part or whatnot. But yeah, Breaker was a good series. I really like New Waves. It kind of meandered a little bit, in all honesty. Speed, but still good. I need to go back into solo leveling. Read the first 20 or so chapters. Deku and Bakugo takes a breath. Yes, pretty much. Random gets it. That's how it goes. I'm refreshing the Hero Academia 319 leak channel, and I'm still not seeing anything. It's gonna be a long night, boys. Actually, it usually comes up around 10 o'clock or so, or like about 30 minutes from now. So maybe there's still time. Maybe this is normal. White Despair, you still there? I'm just curious as if White Despair's got any ideas. Let's see. I'm hoping Deku becomes angry, the angry one here, and Bakugo tries to act like the calm one, and that would be priceless. Yeah. I'm really excited to see how this goes. I hope we see Ida and Shoto. You guys know what I'm going for. If we see Ochako, I'm gonna be sad. Well, not sad. I'm gonna be happy, but you know, my ego's gonna be sad. But otherwise, yeah, this is only gonna be a great time. Hopefully, Dictator is out for good, though. You know, like, I get his power. His power is pretty neat, but I am ready to move on. Because like, his power is not gonna be interesting to actually see in practice, because Horikoshi is just not that interesting of a guy when it comes to this kind of writing. He's not very good at making it hurt, so I don't think that's why I'm not really looking forward to Dictator. So hopefully the guy's out, and we move on from there. Okay, well, that was unfortunate.
Let the show begin.
Oh, hey, Mega. Let's see. Still, always be careful of fan if you're not into spoilers from the source material. Oh yeah. I mean, that's normal though, Gohan. Like, that's just par for the course. You gotta be careful. Like, personally, I go to fan wikis specifically to look for spoilers, because that makes things easier for me when I'm doing like quick videos or something like that. But a lot of them aren't really built for the isekais. Oh, White Despair got into a lot more webcoons, so I've been. Oh, okay, cool, White Despair. Yeah, no, like, well, I'm already pretty swamped, so I haven't had time to go look at new webtoons. But every now and again, like when I remember, I'll probably go back and look at The Gamer. That was the one I was reading. I don't read Solo Leveling anymore because I read the ending of it, and that was all I needed to really get. So, when you know the ending, it's a lot easier. Like, the reason I skip to the ending for a lot of series is just because I don't have time to keep following it. So I just go to the ending and see how disappointing it is. Then it's easier. The Gamer though is one of the ones that I still sometimes read, and then I check on God of High School whenever I remember. And I think I check on Tower of God as well, but I haven't checked on it in a while. Besides that, I just want the Bakugo's Toga theory to die. Yeah, me too. So many people believe it. Like, why? Because they chase Edge, man. They chase Edge. They don't look, man, if Horikoshi was actually a writer that did the things that everyone wanted him to do, like the craziest things, honestly, Hero Academia would crash and burn. It would crash and burn at a much faster rate because that level of insanity has repercussions. That level of insanity showing up there would show up everywhere else, and you don't want that level of insanity showing up everywhere else. Also, like, the editor, even if Horikoshi is insane, the editor most likely isn't insane. And I think people oh man, if it's actually Toga, I'm gonna look really stupid, but I don't mind because I'm used to it. But with the Toga situation, people like forget that this guy did not have that much of a plan for Toga. He admitted this. Toga is the product of changing gears. I think right after the summer camp, like, when you have a character that did not have that big of a destiny from the beginning, she's not going to have a big destiny later. That's not usually how it happens. Or it's not going to be as sensational as you want it to be. It's going to be shoved in there, much like Suyu was. So it's just interesting. It's interesting. But, guys, remember, we have fought many of these theories before. Remember when people were saying Inko was dead? Remember how annoying that was? But we did it. We made it. We were in the right. In the long run. Manhwa are actually pretty good. Sometimes it does say can't two. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you do say can't two boys be friends. Yeah, go on, Rogue. Pretty much. Can't they not be friends? But no, that's not how things work. Any little bit of friendship in media is automatically romance. Shion having MasterChef is interesting and also terrifying. Yeah, MasterChef is so broken. Have you tried for the new guy? No, Vance. I tried like a 10 pull, but I'm not going for him. I'm saving up all my stuff for the girls later on. I know, I'm basic, but we all know this. Spoils I want because of bad experience, yes. As a disabled person, I strongly recommend a manga by called Real. It's a wheelchair basketball manga, 100 out of 10. Oh, Informatic, I'm sorry to hear that, but you seem to be owning life, so good on you. But okay, a manga called Real. Wheelchair basketball manga. Does MasterChef just change the content of the flavor, but not the content of the food? That's dangerous for many reasons. Even if it tastes good, they're still eating poison. No, MasterChef is okay. MasterChef, the way it works right now, it's pretty much a reality warper. Miguel, you're gonna see in what way it's a reality warper. I believe in the next episode, you're gonna get a really good example of it. Like, MasterChef is a different kind of level. Like, MasterChef's name is probably like the worst name it could have had. I literally quit, and the first thing I see is Deku and Bakugo kissing. Is absurd. Well, yeah, no, that's because that's because. Oh, dang it! I think I lost Discord. Oh no, there it is. That's because Twitter was taken over by Tumblr people when Tumblr lost its ability to post Tripl-X rated stuff. Where do you recommend those? Just curious, since I heard many people say good things about them. I just checked them myself. Actually, of Tower of God, God of High School, and The Gamer, the only one I would recommend is The Gamer, because The Gamer, like, it's just the one I like the most. I read another one. Oh yeah, Tomb Raider King. Oh, and The Returner. Okay, so I read a few more now that I'm remembering it. So, of the ones that I would recommend, like God of High School, no. God of High School, you can tell it's written by someone who isn't practiced. Like God of High School would not have made it if it was a purchasable product. If God of High School was not available for free, it wouldn't have made it. I don't think God of High School is very good. Not in the long run. Like, yeah, you can binge it, but like I skipped the majority of God of High School and just went to the end because the majority of the God of High School stuff in the middle, you only need a synopsis and you're good to go. It's a lot of meandering. Tower of God also. Like, I appreciate that these guys put in a lot of work and that is worthwhile and they do have good stuff, but I can't recommend these two series in any meaningful capacity. And mind you, it's also because I don't like the style of the series. For God of High School, same thing. I went through the first little bit when it went into like its next act or whatever. I just kind of looked at a summary and just look at the most recent stuff. It's just because these things are so badly paced because there's no editorial oversight. It's amateurs doing it, which again, props to them because it's amazing. But if it was a purchasable product, it wouldn't have made it. You gotta like really be patient with it, and you gotta have a lot of time with these series. Now, when it comes to the gamer, I personally like the gamer. I think the gamer is solid. It's got the numbers I like. It's just a power fantasy kind of thing. So I read that one. Solo leveling is also good enough as well. I think solo leveling might be a lot better because of the fact that it was a web novel first, and that when you come in as a web novel, you have a different sense of how things should be paced, and you're in a more competitive environment. Because the web novel stuff, you don't get turned into a manga. Well, traditionally with the Japanese side, you don't get turned into a manga unless you have like an actually good product there. So it's not the same situation. Solo leveling comes out all right, and then a returner's magic must be special is the other one I think is really good. Its world building might not be the best at the beginning, but it's all right. Of those three, if I was of all of them, if I was to rank all of them, take solo leveling out of the equation, put the gamer in there just for the fun of it, and then put a returner's magic must be special, and like God of High School and Tower of God would probably be at the bottom of my list of the ones I would read. But it's just like it's just not worth it. Anyway, that was my full comprehensive review on the webtoons. And again, those are my opinions based off of a life of reading Japanese stuff, and like, you know, I like webtoons are just not something that usually hit me in the right place. Fire Force looked like they're getting closer and closer to the finale with what's happening. Oh, I haven't seen the most recent chapter. Jujutsu Kai has better pacing than Hero Academia, and with an excellent season 1, it has surpassed the popular My Hero Academia manga sales. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Jujutsu Kai sometimes a little bit fast for me, Jason. I mean, like, it's shallow, right? For the level of shallowness it has, its pacing works with it, which is the difference with Hero Academia, because Hero Academia wants to be deeper, but it doesn't give enough time for it. If it's Toga, remember me. Okay, Informatica. Honestly, Strip, if you ever get the chance, give God a High School beginning and end to read. It's definitely a series that just can't be skipped around. It's too good. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not going back to God of High School. I went through the entirety of the tournament. The beginning of God of High School still has problems. I went through the majority of I went through all the tournament. I went into the other world situation. All of that was just too much. I came back later after all your clone shenanigans are over, and I come back to when Mori has the blue hair, and I've read from the blue hair forward, and even still, it's just like nope, got away from it, and then I just come back for the finale. I've just been reading finale chapters. No, Spade. It's just not for me, man. And again, I don't disparage anyone who likes it. I know this is a me problem. No, I'm not. If you tell me to go back and read the middle portion, I'm never doing that. Not at all. No, I'm not wasting my time. It's not going to enrich me in any which way for this particular manga, unfortunately. But I can appreciate that you really like it. Thoughts on Isekai Quartet being a movie? I didn't know that. That's cool. The only interaction Bakugo had with Toga was when he got saved by Deku and Ida, and she tried to cut him and missed, so it's not possible. Yeah, Toga is the only reason. Oh, geez, there's a lot. Toga's the only reason that making Uraraka an important character, or at least interesting. Does Toga need to care about that someone to use their quirk? I know she needed the blood to transform, but to use the quirk, she needs to care about them. I don't know, because that's dumb. That'd be kind of dumb to say you need to care about the person, because that's a really metaphysical concept. But then again, we have a love-based quirk. So, maybe. But I would hope that's not the thing that Toga needs, because that just feels like a little bit of a cop out. How much are you into sports manga? The last one I read to completion was Robot X Laserbeam, which was a golf manga. Sports, just not feeling it. And Air Gear, I liked Air Gear. Why do you guys look at that stuff? Sue and Toga are good character that's going the Sakura or Tsunade. Let's see. The Baku deck, if you don't like it, just ignore it. Yeah, I mean, I don't go on Twitter. Shield Hero has been announced to be delayed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Real Life was a good manhwa. Are you hyped for Vinland season? I give up Toga and go in 300 chapter. Okay. Shield Hero has been postponed from October 2021 to April 2022. True, Tower God pacing is horrendous. It's probably not even at half at like 700 chapters. Season 2 of Shield Hero is delayed. Let's see. Praying Toga meets Deku before Ochako. Her character just sucks the life of the characters close to her. If she's not in the next chapter, I'll be happy. Okay, Ty, gotcha. Returner's Magic is a pretty good read. Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's a person here with the moon runes that I don't recognize. Hunter Hunter, please. Okay, what do you mean by Hunter Hunter? Out of curiosity, what are people's favorite webtoons that they've read? If I had to pick one, it'd probably be Darby. Don't know if anyone has ever heard of that one. I haven't. Deku doesn't call him Kachan, but call him Bakugo, which for him would be really odd. He has been pretty depressed at all thoughts, so that could be remembering all the horrible treatment that he got. Can you talk Hunter Hunter stuff? It's been a while since I've read like the most recent Hunter Hunter chapters. I'm not sure if I like. What do you want me to cover Hunter Hunter? Like, what are you asking there, moon runes? To each his own. After all, no source of manga is perfect. But I will say this: this era of webtoon and manga is a silver age mine. If you can ignore shonen endings getting blasted. This era of webtoons and manga is a silver age mine. Thanks, Spade. Thanks for saying to each his own, because that ultimately is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna disparage anyone for liking the manhwa, but it's just, they just don't make me want to read them over and over, like, say, The Gamer or Returner's Magic Must Be Special do. Just not I'm just not into it for those ones. And I mean, like, Solo Leveling was so good that I went and just read the novel so that I didn't have to read it anymore. But for the webtoons, honestly, I'm curious to see whether or not, like, God of High School and Tower of God get second seasons. Like, if they get second seasons, that'll be the big show that, okay, you know, it's profitable to do this kind of stuff. But if they don't get second seasons, then you know what that ultimately says? It ultimately says that they just didn't manage to get the audience they needed to make those productions profitable. But I don't know. Like, when you see how popular they are on webtoons, they should be getting second season unless something went wrong on another side of production. Spoilers. Nothing on spoilers. Okay. Due to various reasons, we decided... Okay, so when the detailed date and time are decided, we will inform you on the official website. You know, I don't really mind delays. We're in the era of COVID, personally. Like, this just seems like it's a normal thing. Mega asked, so two things. One, spoilers out yet? Nope. You checked what I asked last time I was here? Last time you were here, what did you ask, Mega Green Kirby? I couldn't get past chapter 30 of Tower of God. If I were to recommend one webtoon, it'd definitely be Sweet Home. Probably my favorite so far. Okay, cool. I think Jujutsu Kai is the best possible pacing for something that has an action shonen. Just enough plot and suspense and hype to drive it forward. It's a shallow, but it has a lot less problems than Hero Academia. Although I prefer Hero Academia a lot more. Well, no, by that definition that you're given there, Jason, I agree. For like the balance that Jujutsu Kai hit, like Jujutsu Kai doesn't tell you it's going to be particularly deep, right? Like I don't expect Jujutsu Kai to go deep, though, for long periods of time, because Jujutsu Kai isn't about that. It's about, like, if you look at it thematically, Jujutsu Kai is about very brief portions of people's lives, and Jujutsu Kai has a very strong overtone of, yeah, these people live short lives because being a Jujutsu sorcerer sucks. So the brevity of everything makes sense thematically with Jujutsu Kai's style. So I agree with you when you break it down into it's right for an action shonen. I totally agree with you there. The early part of season 2 was Tower of God. Oh wait, did Tower of God have a season 2? but afterwards it get interesting. Or are you talking about the webtoon? The only shonen I closely follow at this point is Black Clover. I normally read stuff outside of shonen. Okay, I want Dobby to get redeemed before he die. I don't know, man. I don't know. I won't deny it has flaws, but it is an interesting understanding of religion to clashing with individualistic evolution of a species. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today, so like my tongue's done. Yeah, no, that's fair, Spade. Like I have no problem with that. If love is the fuel for her quirk, then given how much she loves Izuku, would she be able to fully use one for all? No, because like if Toga's copying quirks, we have no reason to believe that there's not an accumulation factor in there. Like she probably can't like it just doesn't make sense. Like because if you're gonna say that she's copied all of one for all, are you saying that she's copying the vestiges? Because look, if we're copying vestiges, this is gonna get kind of weird because we don't know like exactly how individualized the vestige is. So that's like the only thing I'd be careful with there. To me, I sometimes feel like Toga is nerfed for Uraraka's convenience. Well, like Toga could have killed Uraraka given how good she is at sneaking up on people. So in a way, like Toga's holding back, I think is a better way to say that. It probably substituted the problem as Monoma being a blank. Yeah, I agree with Sarge. Finally got around to reading Death Note, another note. Personally, really enjoyed it. Has anyone else here read it? I read it. Oh, the comparison. The comparison. Is it on Discord, Kirby? Because I might have missed the notification if it's on Discord. Because it's about the Shiozaki thing, right? Anyway, another note. Yeah, I read another note. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like, okay, cool. Just it's cool to see another little like side story. Nice to have a leak night again. I wonder what the color pages will be. Oh yeah, Hero Academia is getting a lot of color pages. Yeah. Let's see. I couldn't get into any manhwa. The writing just keeps me just doesn't keep me interested. The characters just don't work for me. That's fair, Ty. I made the mistake of reading a few manhwa. They were messes. Tower God has 3 seasons for its manhwa. Ah, gotcha. Is Black Clover really that good? Because I have been planning to watch the anime. Poison, it's just like stereotypical shonen. Like if you just want to have a fun time, it's just Black Clover. Manhwa gets seasons, like in general. Like if we went into a full-on review about Black Clover, there's other parts to really talk about it there. Shigi can get saved, but Dobby needs to die in a blaze of glory. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Sadly, might have to wait a while for anime to return. The anime, like, look, Dobby he's based his whole life around Endeavor. If you have him just changing his mind at the penultimate moment, it's gonna kind of cheapen everything before that. Like, imagine if Dobby gets hugged, and that's it. Dobby's like, I don't want to kill you anymore. All I ever wanted was a hug, right? I'm gonna make fun of it, right? It's just gonna be too much. Oh, Sheena and Shigaraki. Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. But what you wanted something to know about, like the range, because Sheena's range is better, and it travels through air. Black Clover is good stuff, though, Trip. No, like Black Clover. Like let's be objective about it. Black Clover is stereotypical shonen. Like if you were to take Shonen Jump formulas, Black Clover has it there, and Black Clover is most certainly not very good when it comes to the way it sets up its conflict and the way that it sets up its power-ups. Like, for instance, I can tell whether or not something's going to go well entirely based on what power-ups people have gotten and how close they are to the first confrontation with the end villains. Like, when you have people saying they're going to power up, right? They come in after the time skip, and then you have them meeting the end villains for the arc in the first time, and it's like, oh, I know that you guys are going to lose. It honestly doesn't matter to me what's going to happen here because you guys are going to lose. It doesn't matter how much you trained over that little time skip, you guys are going to lose. And then you're going to need another power-up because you lost because like the first power-up was only a stopgap. Yeah, no. Black Clover, like, when Black Clover is bad, it's bad. Or, you know, not bad. When a Black Clover is following generic Shonen Jump stylings, it's generic. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. Also, like, there's also really good things to say about Black Clover. Like, it's really good with the female characters. And, like, when it does do its culmination of its long-standing arc, it's also very good. But Similarly, Black Clover is way too fast and it's way too shallow at sometimes. Like a Black Clover chapter doesn't really have a lot to talk about. There's not really a lot of merit in most Black Clover chapters other than, oh yeah, one guy hit someone really hard. If you go through Black Clover as well, like even the start of this arc, it starts with Asta's trial. It's a mess. Like what ultimately happened there? The Black Bulls are going to be leaving the country, and what do you get in the next chapter? You don't really get anything worthwhile in that because everyone else has left the country. Everyone that matters went over to the Heart Kingdom. So what is the point of saying the Black Bulls went out of the country? There's no point. It's dumb. It's shallow. It's really fast paced in its worst moments. But that's again like what shonen in general does. It's like escalation. It's because of the escalation that it keeps doing that. So like Black Clover, like every other series, has its problems and it has its strengths, and there's nothing wrong with it acknowledging either or of those two things. And of course, if you're the kind of person that likes fast-paced things, then you're probably gonna like Black Clover. Oh, Canon Nerds. No, I have not played Final Fantasy XIV Online. One of the more far theories I had about Dobby before the whole Shikibasa is that Dobby would betray him and his flames would be hot enough to neutralize his regen. Oh, and then we saw what Endeavor did. Dobby's gonna do something super cheesy at the end, and you can't make fun of it just to spite you, Trip. Oh my god. Trip, if you like Fate, another trailer for FGO dropped. Its new season, FGO Final Singularity. It'll start July 30th. Okay, what's an anime you watch and you realize plot armor in it? Me was Grimgar Fantasy. Plot armor? Like, Grimgar doesn't really have plot armor, in my opinion, but, like, One Piece has a lot of plot armor. I will say, though, I was once of the same opinion that webtoons were not my thing, but then I read Entire Man and texted with the creator of those webtoons, and man, I've been getting a new perspective of, I've talked to or text about 2 or 3 dozen creators for webtoons. Mind you, I do try to use transitions to talk because when you like stories, you will want perspective. Spade, I am interested in that. You've been talking to webtoon creators? That's really neat, man. And yeah, I will admit, Spade, like if you talk to someone, it becomes a different conversation about the series, because now you're asking more. You're doing interviews with them, and that's pretty neat. It's neat when you're talking to people and asking them what they feel about their series, because you start engaging in a different way. So actually, I want to hear more about that. So you're talking to people who you said you use translation. So you're talking to people that use they're Korean. I would like to hear more about that. Like I've always wondered about doing interviews with creators and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm asking you about this. Black Clover uses similar pacing to Jujutsu. Yes. Oh god, remember the interspecies review anime? Apparently, when it gets its Blu-ray release, it will be completely uncensored. Oh yeah, Gohan, I know you enjoy it more than My Hero Academia, but I think like at the end of the day, Gohan, it's because My Hero Academia and Black Clover are very different, right? And again, Black Clover, you can't take away that Black Clover in general, I think, has better battle choreography than Hero Academia. Just because Black Clover's methodology with approaching it is different, and also to the Black Clover author's credit, I'm pretty sure that man is smarter than Horikoshi at base. Because Hungry Joker required some level of thinking for the powers that they had. That's why Black Clover's battles are more complicated. When it comes specifically to an Asta team fight, specifically with their team fights, it's more complicated because that guy in particular has shown that he's able to do... Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, Black Clover's author originally had a series called Hungry Joker, and Hungry Joker's powers revolved around scientific concepts. The main character's power revolved around gravity. Another guy had a power that revolved around harmonics. So, when you look at Hungry Joker, you understand the Black Clover author 100% can write a robust series. It's just that robust series didn't work out for him, so he went the generic route. But when you look at Hungry Joker, you can see that this guy is capable of doing a lot. And when you look at that in comparison to Black Clover, what you see is that the guy is really good at being a chameleon. Like, he's really good at changing styles, and he's been really good at maintaining that style change. And it really only comes out the few times when you go into his battle choreography or his battle shenanigans with some of the more complicated powers or approaches. Anyway, Um, Dobby, last word. I'm sorry, Mom, for Yumi, and not to turn to Dever while Animamus appear. Oh, Animamus here. Hey, Animamus. Does it really spread through air? I mean, I wanted to compare which is better, but without limiters, it feels a bit like Sheena's would. Without the limiters, I think Sheena's wins. I think, but I thought did it not spread? I thought it was like a virus that spread through air. Again, Maggie Kirby, this is my fault. I should have read it. I'm sorry, man. Oh, it was. Doesn't have. Oh, gotcha. Doesn't have plot armor. Akame got killed. Doesn't have plot armor. Um. Yeah, Akame got killed. Doesn't have plot armor. Who else like just drops? Which other ones drop dead a lot? Plot armor. Plot armor. Attack on Titan technically doesn't have plot armor. Chris is asking, the detective is dead. I wonder what the main problem for the series is. I think it's going to be a lot about just, it's going to be a drama about solving mysteries and just this guy getting over the fact this girl died. Maybe the mystery about how this girl died in the first place? Maybe? I want more Dobby bad-mouthing women so his fangirls can be more conflicted. Yeah, me too. Death March manga updated. I saw that the other day random. Are we waiting for Hero Academia spoilers? Yeah, Yusuke, I'm waiting. Grimgar is pretty boring. Well, Grimgar is a different kind of series, right, Speed? Like, Grimgar is, it's a slow burn. It specifically wants you to hurt. So if you're not into the style, like, you know, what are you gonna do, right? It's pretty niche in that sense. It's just not for everyone. Oh, Cage of Eden doesn't have plot armor. Not really. Like, a lot of people get like really throttled on Cage of Eden. Darwin's game might not have plot armor. Yeah, no, like Darwin's game, yeah. Darwin's game, people like are trying really hard to survive on that one. But its plot armor might be increasing recently. Okay, like I said, My Hero Academia, has its issues, but the Todoroki family plotline and Endeavor in particular are some of the best writing I've seen in anime and manga, especially in a Shonen Jump series. I mean, I agree. I think like when you have so much controversy around it, it's because it's making people either not want to face uncomfortable realities, or it's, you know, making people like really appreciate uncomfortable realities. I would agree with that. Like, again, Dobby is probably top 3 villains at the end of the day when it comes to writing. Because again, like, you know, Horikoshi might not be the best at battles, but he is ridiculously good at making like characters designed to be losers. Like, again, that man has balls of steel when it comes to implementing a character like Dobby. And the good thing about it too is that no one realizes that Dobby's meant to be a joke. Or like, you know, you guys know, like Dobby's character flaws are like right there, and you know, the fangirls or like the big fans are too blinded to see it, even when Mr. Compress is pointing them out. Oh, hello, Johnny. It's a style that only works if you give a crap about the characters, which it fails at horribly. Fair enough. Fair enough. That is a really fair criticism, Speed. That's a really fair criticism. Like, if you don't... Like, there's quite a few series that require you to care about the characters, but if you don't care about the characters, like, that, it's not going to work out. The most recent series like that was pretty much Full Dive. If you cared about the characters in Full Dive, everything would have been better. But why care about miserable people? Yeah, I type over 100 words per minute. I keep my schedule busy, so translations are my best friend. But I will say this, their schedules are so much more time, and the censorship is 0, 0, or 100. What do you mean by censorship, Spade? Sure, I have time. Timid. Let's see. Let's see. Ty said Invincible has no plot armor. Mark should just change his name to Punching Bags, and that's what he'll be for the next couple of seasons. Okay. Oh, hello, Ethan. For that moment, Dobby had more animation budget in the ending song than anyone else. Yes. Oh, big pudgy problem. Hody made a smart decision in having quirks be somewhat rooted in science here academia, and the quirk doomsday theory makes up for having extremely powerful quirks appear in recent generations. Um, like, I don't know. I think that choice to root them in science, I think it made. I think. I think it has its advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantages are that because it's rooted in biology specifically, it's not going to be as sensational as other power systems. So it ends up being more grounded, but Horikoshi wants to write sensational things. That's what, and now you're because of that you're at the point where people need to have multiple quirks and people need to have regen to be actually a threat, right? So it's a catch-22. I think there's advantages and disadvantages. But like if you want to talk about powers rooted in science, there's better examples. Like My Hero Academia is like powers rooted in science light. If you want to go look at a series with powers rooted in science, you're probably better off looking at Air Gear to look at how hardcore these things could get. Because Air Gear, I mean, to this day, I'm astounded that I got to learn about magnets losing their magnetism under heat, and that was Air Gear that went through it. And Air Gear has like all kinds of different weather phenomena because they had to justify how the one main character can manipulate the wind with his skates. So Air Gear had to try really, really hard to justify all the science it was pulling, or all the pseudoscience it was pulling. But you know what? Like, it's a lot more effort than Horikoshi has ever done. So that's the thing. If you're if Hero Academia stayed more rooted and didn't go Nomu and Shigaraki multiple augmentation and multiple quirks, I think we would be having a very different discussion with Hero Academia's choice in doing the biology. Like Hero Academia's choice to limit biology, I think, or limit the quirks to biological components, I think that would have worked better in the long run if you had them still at low power levels. Like if you had them still be at school, like in the first year. I think that's where it works a little bit better. And you know, like speaking of powers, I think if you look at Sun Eater, some quirks are designed to just be good to work in UA. Because Sun Eater talks about all these different properties that he was able to unlock by going to UA. Like he had like multiple activation, size variation, the Chimera form, and he pretty much says like, yeah, every single thing here I got from UA. But when you look at that fundamentally, he had a quirk that had a lot of potential. But when you look at someone like Aizawa doesn't have any changes in his quirk. Whatever he learned at UA are probably limited to just his physical capabilities, because his quirk is pretty much a one and done. And that's again like the dichotomy of what happens when you root it so fully in biology. If you don't start off with a quirk that has a lot of potential, you're not going to have that many different ways or many different avenues to go when it comes to upgrading that power. And if you have limited options to upgrade a power in a shonen, that's going to be pretty questionable. And when you look at Black Clover has a very open-ended system. So Black Clover, when it comes to traditional shonen stuff, is better than Hero Academia in this sense, because Black Clover's stuff is built right in that, yeah, people can develop new spells all over the place. Mind you, that's also a disadvantage depending on how you argue that point. Anyway, I like that I was able to talk about that. Invincible Mark would have died otherwise, especially versus Battle Beast. Mark got wrecked by Battle Beast. I say Mark's suffering balanced out with plot armor. Let's see. Dobby gonna get pranked, blown up by All For One. He says, told ya, you're next. Trip, I agree. After all, if Dobby wants to be a joke, then he should go out like one. And let me continue with censorship. Yes, please, tell me. Well, they didn't put up a fight that he was, so he got bored. Yes. If I'm an anime, I don't want to fire quirk or power. Jason said, no more Shigi body was necessary to combat how strong he made one for all, by extension, all for, I assume all for one. Yeah, no, definitely. But, you also see like how it works when it's Endeavor, right? Like Endeavor has a one-hit kill, and then Shigaraki needs to augment his body. Like without augmentation, Endeavor beats Shigaraki. Without regen, Endeavor beats them. Like again, it's because you don't have to be strong to kill people in Hero Academia. You just need to have a fatal quirk. A lot of people could probably take out a lot of people in Hero Academia. You know, that's the other thing. It would have been nice if Hero Academia had mechanisms to make people take hits more. Like if people could tank more hits more often, like they do in One Piece, we would also have a different conversation here. but the mechanism to create that situation would also be kind of hard. Like for One Piece's excuse is that it's whimsical. The whimsy itself protects people
Toodaloo.
because like some people can just flat out survive a nuke in the face. Oh, Viz made a really good point here. I think it was a good decision to stay grounded for someone who had failed to succeed in Shonen Jump previously, though it may have issues that prop up now due to power creep. Agreed. Agreed. That is like another. That's an excellent point, Viz, because that is a worthwhile point. Like, if we're talking about the powers worked good in early Hero Academia, then obviously you can tell, well, yeah, if we stayed at early Hero Academia's progression, we would have been in a different situation. But it's ultimately the incompatibility with power escalation. There we go. Thank you. No, that's a really good point, Viz. Really good point. Oh, okay, gotcha. To combat how strong he made One for All and by extension Izuku. Okay, yeah. I think it might be starting soon. Sarge, really? Why? Oh my gosh, did the buddy guy put something on Twitter? Wonder what was the entry for Aizawa, since his quirk definitely wouldn't work on robots. I don't know. Must have been something where he could have manipulated the situation well enough. Fire is so nerfed in that. Only time I see it be deadly is in Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, I can light my hand on fire, and you know, it can be okay for like 5 seconds. Like, it's not the same as acid. Like, if I dump acid on my hand, that's burning me like within the moment. So I don't know. Feel like there's layers here. Like, some people can survive being like lit on fire. That's that without burns. That's fire's kind of nerfed in real life too. But of course, like the longer it goes on, the less nerfed it is. How far do you think the next Yaiba season will go? It'd be nice if we cover the ninja stuff, and then we cover the repair the sword stuff. What exactly do you know about things like Chinese, Korean, or American censorship? Because the first one I talked to was for Dungeon Master before his situation. Haven't seen him in 2 years. His series went on pause. Oh, okay. You haven't. Okay, since his series went on pause. I know about American censorship for China. I don't know about Korean censorship. For China censorship, I know that China can be pretty hardcore on their series, but I also know China has many web novels about debauchery. So I know that China, like, if you get reported to the culture department, you're gonna be in trouble, because then they might cancel your series. They might come down on you hard. I just know that China is a problem whenever people start complaining. Also, Eraserhead in UA, he mentioned that he had to train his cloth on his own. He wasn't taught at UA, he learned himself. Okay, hey Chip, you see that Haitian president got assassinated? No, I didn't. The Haiti president, huh? Interesting, but Haiti's like so corrupt. Chip, did you ever catch up to Kaguya-sama? I read the most recent chapter to see that the girl was training with Buddy Guy's dad to be a gamer. I saw that. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that first episode of Moonlight yet, or Moonlit. I will be checking it out, hopefully tomorrow. Let's see, I want to know how bad Bakugo treated Izuku, because I don't know the laws, but he was required to do 2 years of service. Really missed that series, but he would tell me that for Chinese, right, they would be pushed to focus on sexual appeal. Okay. Oh, for Korea. Yeah, no, Korea has the 2 year, like, they have the mandatory service. Yes, I had a coworker that had to go back to Korea for his mandatory service. Yes, I know about that. In the army. Bakugo is no dummy. I still think he has Shoto and Shinzo with him, using Chako's voice to put him to sleep. Don't worry, the goddess doesn't show up much. Okay, he practically bullied Izuku from when they were kids all the way to middle school and part of high school. I will never not find it hilarious that China banned Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, me either. Like, way to make Winnie have power. Anyway, I'm doing pretty good on reading these things this week. Don't forget they also banned Peppa Pig. I mean, they ban a lot though, right? Like they tried to ban Hero Academia back during the Murata incident. All right, still nothing on the leaks. What time is it? Oh man, guys. All right, man. If we don't get leaks in 30 minutes, boys, I'm out. I'm out. I can't stay up that. Well, no, I am staying up late, but I need to work on other stuff. They banned Konosuba. Oh yeah. Well, wait. What weren't they banning anything that promotes the idea of reincarnation? And honestly, again, like, if you want to make me believe in reincarnation, banning anything that suggests it, definitely makes me think like, okay. There's definitely something here.
I will protect you.
There's one way you can look at here to help explain the increased durability. Quirks could be the next stage of human evolution, so increased durability comes naturally. Yeah, that would be a very nice way of doing it, Jason. Do you think Mina quirk is good against regeneration trip? Her quirk should one-shot Nomu. Yeah, because like you need to regenerate until the acid neutralizes with your body. But if it's a super corrosive acid, it's gonna just, if she dumps it on someone's brain, 100%, she's gonna win. But like, is Horikoshi actually gonna be that reasonable about it? Like, she can melt concrete, which I think is already pretty acidic. But again, is Horikoshi gonna be brave and show us what a war crime looks like? To quote Skelly. All right, let's see. Do you think... Okay, that was Australia? No, I remember Australia banned some other stuff too. Like, I remember they banned... what was it called again? God, I forget the name. Wait, no, I got it. No Game, No Life? Yeah, they banned that. But I recall one of you telling me that they banned thingamajigs for promoting reincarnation. Oh, Russia! Russia did it. Okay, gotcha. It was Russia. That said, China does persecute religion quite aggressively. Like, they persecute well, obviously the Uyghurs, and they were persecuting Falun Gong, I believe it was called. I remember back when China banned here, there were a lot of funny memes that time. My personal favorite one was where Hero Academia joined the round table of Camelot, which was compromised of all the things China had banned. Izuku should 100 push up, 100 sit up, and 10k run. He wouldn't have had hair, but he would have been strong. Yes. China's web patriotism is funny sometimes. Yes, it is. Like, holy crap, man. Like, their web novel style is aggressive. Cancel culture? Yeah, I canceled culture. China. Yeah. I'm here waiting for the spin-off Danmachi manga to update. Oh, okay. Why Peppa Pig, people call... Okay, let's see. I swear... West Taiwan keeps pulling the WW2 card every time to justify cancellation. Yeah. Miguel, I really like the way you go about things, man. That is how you show you're tough. Ban a character because people said you look like him. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, look, man. Again, China. All you really see there is power. Let's face it. China gets people to they get their neighbors to rat their neighbors out. That's power, boys. When you can get your people to turn against each other and not turn against the government, you're winning. Like, from the perspective of a you know, of an evil society. Ooh, no, that's too much opinion. From the perspective of a society, that's how you know you're winning. Like, you know, like, ironically, the best thing for a government is to have a people that won't question it, and the best thing for the people is to have a government that won't try to impose too much on their lives, like, that won't impose too much on good people's lives. So long as no one's infringing on other people's freedom, then, you know, it would be nice for the government to not overstep too much. But like, ultimately that's that is the dichotomy. People want a limited government that is only really there to support them in the most basic ways, and the government really wants people that won't argue against them.
Someone needs assistance.
Oof. Losing my ability to speak a little bit. It's been a long day. All right. He told me the more you read webtoons, you will come to find that at times there's always a sexual preference on female characters. Like they don't get express what they want, but the focus on hero and hero complex was definitely a topic that they mentioned about a few times. They would express a need or appeal to revolt against their own social cues. Wait, he told me the more you read webtoons, you will come to find that at times there's always a sexual preference on the female characters. Like they don't really, like they really don't get to express what they want to focus on. Has Mina had her moment in the series like Momo or Shoto? If she was the spy, she could definitely get a war crime moment, like an anti moment. Oh, an anti moment. Yeah, I don't know. Like Mina it's being developed alongside Kirishima. So the Mina stuff, Mina is one of those characters that lives based on Kirishima right now. If you notice, after Kirishima's flashback, Mina starts having different interactions with him. That doesn't make sense, right? But the author had her have those different interactions with him, those meaningful stares, because he knew now what her relationship was to Kirishima. But that ultimately, when you look at Mina, she is the example of bad writing when it comes to the author because of the very distinct before and after. Logically, just because a separate character has a flashback that elucidates how he's related to another character doesn't mean that all of a sudden this girl gets to have more meaningful stares at him. And you guys might not pick up on what I'm saying, but the reason I can say this is because I did the shipping video for Mina and Kirishima. I knew all their interactions before the critical Kirishima flashback during the overhaul arc. That's why I know there is a fundamental difference. So when we come into current Hero Academia, that's why when we were in the war, if people were watching the videos, I was saying very often that Kirishima and Mina were going to have their moment against Gigantomachia. Like, it was guaranteed. And ultimately, we did end up getting that. And so when you look at that there, Mina goes in there and she has her moment against Gigantomachia. And she's going to have the moment because Gigantomachia is like the start of her heroic journey. And then you have Kirishima coming in there because Gigantomachia was also the start of his heroic journey. That's why you ultimately have Mina's going in and Kirishima validating Mina's existence. But that dichotomy there is not ultimate, or that dependence on Kirishima isn't good for Mina, because it's ultimately going to say that she may not be able to stand by herself as she goes into the future of Hero Academia. There was a video of a Chinese that said, like, don't let the grudge of our ancestors judge the innocent of today. The irony, yes. Does it mean have a quirk more fit for a villain like Shigaraki and Toga? In a way, it really depends on how corrosive her acid is, officially. I want to see Midnight Funeral, me too. Remember when China's government... Oh, good. No, I got a message, but it's not China. Remember when China's government had a meeting wondering how Kung Fu Panda was the best Chinese animation while being made by Americans? It was pretty funny. Even Horikoshi says he wished he used Mina more. He knows the mistake he made. Yeah, but at the same time, it's because, like, he doesn't got that much. He, like, there's limited screen time, and the story isn't about the class. It's about Izuku. And there's a preference for Eastern philosophy in manhwas. Definitely surpassed the understanding of Western need for religion, as they see as a way to express said character way of life that they can't have. Oh, I understand that. Mina and Momo need a backstory or flashback. I've always been interested in how some of the original concepts for the pro heroes would have gone, specifically Midnight and Endeavor. Mina can adjust her acid strength. Okay, cool. I thought the cliffhanger was in the war. I wonder if Hori was gonna kill her. Ah, really? You were wondering that, huh? Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't thinking about her getting killed, but like, if for that period in time, like, my mind was only set on Shoto dying. I didn't think anyone else was going to die, because I don't think anyone else was going to be worthwhile to kill off. Momo quirk should evolve? I don't think so, man. I think Momo should just use her quirk better. And that's all it pretty much is. Like, Momo can make a power suit, like, whenever she wants. Like, if you go look at Eden Zero right now, there's a character there that makes a power suit all the time. And he makes it just, like, you know, manipulating machinery or whatever he does. But Momo can manipulate machinery too. Like, she can create micro devices. She can make a GPS tracker. She can make night vision goggles. This girl can 100% make battle suits if she really wanted to, but she ultimately doesn't want to. For some reason, she's really stuck on the idea of being a pirate with all the cannons she's making. Holy crap, man, Momo. Didn't know you were such a fan for being a pirate. But, yeah, no, man. She just needs to use her quirk better. She has everything in her arsenal to be able to win. The moment she shows she can make liquid, Momo can be doing a lot, man. Like, Momo can be making all kinds of different things. She could be making acid bombs. She could be making, like, napalm. Like, holy crap, man. This girl could kill everyone. Heck, she could make a railgun. That'd be pretty cool, too.
Leave it all to me.
Point is, Momo can be Iron Man, but she hasn't taken the opportunity. And if she really teamed up with Mei, she'd be able to do everything. Like, again, Momo has fabrication rates that the rest of the industrialized world wish they would have. I'm surprised that people haven't kidnapped Momo and put her in a secret factory and has her producing semiconductors every day. Honestly, really surprised. Like, if I was China, I would 100% kidnap Momo and just keep her in a sweatshop and just have her produce microelectronics every single day. Like, that's just winning the game. But again, you know, can't take advantage of the obvious conclusions. We all know Mineta is the one takedown all for one and Shigi to save the world. Shoto's too popular. Mina is just relevant enough to be significant and also not affect the plot. No, that's a really reasonable reason, Jason. But I just wanted Shoto to die because I thought that would be funny. Also, I think I made a bet with Hyrule at the time, and I thought it would have been funny if I won. As far as I know, the only information we have on their original concept is that Midnight was originally going to be 1A home teacher, and Endeavor was going to be a teacher at UA. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't read that part, man. I haven't read those interviews, or like wherever that information comes from. So thanks for sharing. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. What if the Hero Academia characters were pirates? Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, 100% Baka will be a cannoneer. One second, guys. It's just like there's a lot of stuff going on the screen. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a lot of stuff going on the screen, and I want to see if I can just get through it. Okay, cool. Let's see. Going back to the top. What time is it? It's 10:20 for me. Oh man, guys, like 10 minutes. I really hope some leaks happen. Wait. Is there anything on Twitter? No, there isn't. Okay. Going back here. Spade, did you write more? Where are it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Spade did write more. I did want to read more here. Oh, hey, Black Fox. So let me just... I'm trying to find where I was in the comments. Oh, there we go. Miguel said, I'm pretty sure napalm is a war crime. Yeah, 100%. But I feel like having Gigantomachia run is also a war crime. So in the world of war crimes, I think it's okay to use napalm. Momo is a One Piece fan confirmed. Hey, okay, got that. The backstory will be best. Would you say Momo's quirk is the most underutilized quirk in the series? Yes, 100%. It is super underutilized. Like, come on. The guy broke the game when he had Momo create a GPS tracking device. You have no idea how much that broke the game. Because to some degree, it had to say that Momo was hacking. Because to use a GPS tracker, you need to have a satellite uplink. Momo can't have that satellite uplink without having the privacy token specifically to get to the satellite, I believe. I'm pretty sure that there's no way to have a GPS tracking device. Because you wouldn't have a global positioning system without a satellite to tell you where you are relative to your thing. I'm pretty sure that is a reasonable response. But I'm not caught up with GPS tracking devices. Okay, but point is, yeah, no, like when you look at Momo isn't being allowed to win because she's too cool. And that's why she keeps getting these half victories where the author has to say like, oh, look, she lost here, but she kind of won here, right? So she is 100% underutilized because that's probably the character that could bring in the most technical victories, but the author isn't going to do it because technical doesn't sell. Let's see. Was changed because it tipped the skills too much in the school favor. Oh, okay. Interesting. Because to do what they do down there is a lot of close-lipped as out of the ones that I got to talk to. It wasn't a long. I only got little tidbits, but enough to give me a make a good in-depth blog about it. Spade, that's really cool. Okay, so wait, going back to this, to do what they do down there is a lot of close-lipped. What do you mean to do what they do? Like you mean like create content? I think the existence of quirks has stunned technology progress. Why would people bother to create advanced weapons when a person with a quirk does just fine? Nah, like I don't know, Miguel. I don't think it has stunted technological progress. Not now, because when you look at it, they have robots, they have AI, they have robots that can work as medical drones or whatever. They have machines of destruction at Tartarus. I don't think it stunted anything at all. Like again, they also have like really good biotechnology or biomedical technology because they're able to replicate people's substances for their hero outfits. When you look at it, Hero Academia society is actually very well developed. It's just like it's like they only have tunnel vision for developing things in conjunction with someone else's quirk, which is stupid. But when you look at Aoyama's naval laser, they have a device that can focus that laser. Like no, Hero Academia Society is very technologically developed. It's just it's technologically developed in a way that only serves the plot and the really bad world. Imagine if Hody kills off Edith for whatever reason. I'll be sad. Man, seeing people who Tao and Zhong Li has made me hurt. I almost wish I didn't stop playing and let FOMO affect me like it should. Imagine if Momo kills off for one with a railgun. That'd be great. I think that was already confirmed in My Hero and that Quirk stunted technology. Yeah, like Quirk stunted technology at the onset of the disaster, but that was pretty much only to justify why like they weren't that far along. Like they weren't into a utopia after what like 4 generations. That's the only reason that was there. But like Hero Academia technology is very advanced. There's no way around it. Like the support equipment people have, it's advanced. It was my dream to actually see Japan, and I hope China. I'm sucker for philosophy and culture. Oh, okay. God, Ida is never getting killed off. Does Horikoshi know how busted he made Ida? No. World of War crimes. I could have went to China through a study abroad, but I was too broke. Oh, that sucks. I feel that though, man. Like I couldn't do study abroad either. Ah, Black Fox. Excellent. You're getting annoyed. Yes, yes. Good. Join the dark side, Black Fox. Saw the first episode of the new Mahoka. Oh, that's the Mayuki series, right? Hey, Trip. The other day, I was thinking about how terrible Off One's planning is, and a thought occurred to me. Saving these villains after Izuku is actually the worst thing he could do with them. But Trip, if you want to know more about, I would be happy to talk to you about it in messages. There's not enough room in the comment section. Like, I would start with the writing differences. Yes, I would like to talk to you about it. Because like what you said earlier about if I read what you said correctly, because I think like you're breaking up the messages to try to get all your message out. The part that you said about them having to focus on sexual preference, or sorry, sexual appeal for the female characters, that part, that made sense to me because I've been talking about this for a very long time. Sex sells, and like this is the reality. Like if you want to make money, unfortunately, doing what you want to do probably isn't going to make you money. Like you have to do what you want to do within the package of what someone else wants you to do. That's how you go about it. Like if you want to win, because if you just do things that you want to do, what you're going to end up turning into is a person that complains about people not getting your artistic vision. But the reality is no one cares about your artistic vision, right? Like that's just the reality of creating products. You gotta like, and that's where the skill comes in. If you want to talk about themes, you gotta be able to shove it in there while also doing the bare minimum, or doing the actually the minimum for being a profitable product. But yeah, Spade, I don't know if you're like on Discord, but for instance, people talk to me on Discord. Like Gohan talks to me through Discord, Skelly talks to me through Discord. You can message me on there, and I'd be very interested to see what you have to say. Kirby also like talks to me through the Discord group. Animamus said, I'd say quirks help push technological possibilities. Quirks open up new possibilities out with natural science and in with superhuman science. I feel like that's possible too. Is there anyone in Deku Middle School that had a good quirk? Bakugo. But I don't think anyone else. Everyone else looked pretty lame. Hey, Trip, my question is, if you believe Midnight will die in the anime like she did in the manga, I hope not. Oh, no, 100%. She's 100% dying the same way, man. It's gonna go down just the same way. Like, is Jason still here? Yeah, Jason's still here. Yeah, like, is there any reason to believe in the anime right now? No, probably not. Yeah, unfortunately, Robert, I think she's gonna die the same way. I don't think we're. I'm not. I don't believe in the anime production. Here's what All For One should have done. Keep those elites prisoners with him, and who he decides to confront Izuku, simply teleport Izuku to him with the warping quirk that he has, then gang up on him. Yeah. Yeah, like there's a lot of ways to make this work, right? But no. We have to accept that All For One's very stupid. At some point. All For One goes in UA and sees Izuku Hero Book and left and rethink his plans would be funny. Central Hospital near-death state surgery for an indeterminate amount of time. Yay science. Yes! Yay science. 100%. Still love that Central Hospital. Praise Central Hospital. Yeah, no, man. Central Hospital just one of the greatest places on earth. And again, All For One, for whatever reason, doesn't have his grimy little mitts inside of Central Hospital. Oh, okay. Black Fox, you know what? I haven't seen the last episode of that thing. I might have to watch it. China's censorship regulated out the yin yang. I wouldn't say 80% of topics on YouTube, only obvious things. I don't trust YouTube. Ah, gotcha. I remember when I was talking Chinese in uni, there was an opportunity to continue learning Mandarin in Shanghai, and Shanghai Disneyland was included in the itinerary. Would have been fun. Oh, okay. Oh, King of Nerds, what do you mean? What's going on Discord? I'm right now looking at I'm still on the leaks page, but there's nothing here. Oh, I just saw a comment, someone saying that Uraraka, Bako, Ira, and Shoto are the most likely ones to be there. I mean, you know, like the only thing I disagree with is Uraraka, but that's a smart person right there. That is like the safe bet you would make. I remember when I was okay, got that. I'm still shocked Funimation broke the deal with interspecies reviewers, had a dub and everything, but after episode 3 it's like they found out what the show was about. Well, to be fair, like the manga wasn't what the show was either. Oh yeah, Jason. I just wanted to know what you're feeling about the anime again. Just wanted to refresh my opinion on that. What's a good place to message you? Yeah, what's your Discord link? Okay, Spade and Shades. It's probably going to be Discord. Or I guess Twitter if you really want, but I don't see my Twitter notifications as often. The Discord link, if you go on any other video that isn't a live stream, you'll find the link in the description box for Discord. Oh, Black Fox. No, don't apologize. I don't care about spoilers for Osamake, man. But yeah, no, man. I'll be able to talk to you about it when I watch the episode. I've just been kind of slow. I haven't watched Higehiro either. I've been trying to catch up with this season, and I'm already behind. But yeah, again, don't apologize, man. Once I find out what's going on in that ending, I'll definitely talk to you about it. Like, it's insane how chaotic it is. Okay. Well, that's what you kind of have when you just invite everyone into one spot, right? I don't want to leave you guys. I'll stay for 15 more minutes. Like, but please, Atsushi, please. I'm going to go on to 4chan as well, because maybe it's time that we start scrunching up the internet for information here. For some reason, your live stream didn't see me. Oh, hey, Akko. It would seem the Sushi Man found the stream again and is just waiting. Damn it. No. This sucks. I've never used Discord in my life. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I said he's copying the Demon Lord of his favorite manga. Yep. All for one. Now my new minions go out one at a time and try and capture Izuku. Dictator. But sir, why don't you just warp Izuku over here right now with the quirk you have? Blows up Dictator. Not looking forward to the anime at the moment. Maybe the ending fight because it's short and the climax of the arc and has the original trio. It might have top-notch animation. Yeah, it might. Izuku left All Might and All Might called Bakugo. Yeah, I think that's probably like a good way of looking at it. I guess there's also worth pointing out like the vestiges. The vestiges are the other cool thing to kind of look at. Okay, let's see here. Let's hero. Let's see what we got on 4chan. Oof. There's a pretty aggressive one here. Just, sorry, an aggressive picture on the 4chan thing for Hero Academia. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just I'm trying to find. Trying to see if I can spot any different spoilers here. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be any spoilers on 4chan. Just a lot of Toga and Ochako drawings. I wonder why. I guess they might just be feeling Toga and Ochako this week. You know, 4chan is always just so eclectic with whoever's dominating the images. Yeah. Don't see anything here. 4chan's letting us down, boys and girls. In terms of, let's see. Oh, man. It looks like Candy Flurry is 100% going to be going out, man. Like, it's... So, if anyone's following the Viz media... Oh, sorry, the Shonen Jump magazine. Yeah, it looks like Candy Flurry's out. Now, I thought that was pretty alright so far, too. And that's pretty sad. So, Candy Flurry's going to be going out. Witch Watch looks like it's at the bottom for this week as well. That's too bad. Too bad. Candy Flurry couldn't find its legs. It's going down fast. Have you added at sushi on Twitter? No, I'm not doing that. Because then it's 100% gonna get worse. Nah. But yeah, nothing on Twitter, guys. Oh, sorry, nothing on well, actually, nothing on Twitter or 4chan. Let's see. Izuku left all my... Okay, no, about that. All for One should have read more comic books, since he would know that kidnapping a loved one would be the #1 way to have the hero do what you want. Yep. I just want to know what role Stain's going to play in the arc. I think it's pretty solid. It's going to be Stain's going to give Izuku a wake-up call. Or, like, he's going to support Izuku. Like, it's pretty much him watching over Izuku. Because, like, remember, Horikoshi thinks Stain is a dark hero. So, you know, people say that it's, like, Endeavor is concerning. And, like, Endeavor is concerning for what it says about Horikoshi. But really, I think calling Stain a dark hero is actually the more concerning thing. Anyway... Yeah, nah, he's probably going to have a positive effect. I think All For One said the warping quirk didn't work on long distance and not 100% sure. He 100% said that the warping quirk does not work on coordinates. It works on people he knows. So that might be the issue there. We just, like, it's just... I don't know. Like, I think White Despair is right whenever he criticizes All For One. I do plan on also ironically making a YouTube channel to... one for writing. I'm going to start with Darth Bane and then Breaking Man 1 manga genres. Expect organic thumbnails of pure intellectualism. Yes, I will. Deku's birthday next week. We should do something. Oh, that's nice. He was able to wrap Bakugo and the League 5 warp Bakugo and leave 5 kilometers, which is also claiming that it was still a new quirk that he wasn't skilled with. Wasn't Atsushi posting leaks in his server? Yeah. I'm also looking at his server. Oh, hey Frog. Yeah, but I'm also looking at the guy's server. Hey, which one of you is watching Loki? Oh, I think that was that might have been Julian. Okay. I'll change the subject. Right? I kind of want to try something for James from Pokemon and his apparent Pliga clone. Oh, okay. Have you read Shoujo X? It's from the creator of Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, I looked at the second chapter. It's weird. You see in the Toga Ochako images, Horiko, they are so suggestive. Adds fuel to my theory on Izuku, Ochako, Toga being endgame. Buddy guy, guy, listen. He's 100% baiting you, man. He's baiting. Oh, Black Fox is watching Loki. Okay, cool. And yeah, Chris, I'm losing faith here. Like 10 more minutes, I'm losing faith. But yeah, that's cool. I watched the Loki episode today and I liked it. I saw the Thanos copter and I was like, oh my god, that's where the Thanos copter is. Nice. It got written out of continuity. And then there was Frog Thor. That was pretty cool. And I actually really loved Alligator Loki. I loved when it bit off President Loki's arm. That was amazing. Alligator Loki like definitely made my day. Oh, it's not a well. Well, okay. In my opinion, it's like you can warp people to and from his own location. All right. If you're warping people, how are you warping people to your location if you don't know them? Right? Like that's what I thought. That's how I interpreted it. Jason, what do you think? Um, to so warp people to his location, right? So like again, you can't do that without knowing the person. I'm pretty sure. Mind you, like that one's a badly described one, if that is the description we have for it. Stain have a good idea. Oh, and ultimately for whatever's gonna happen next week on Loki, I'm very excited. I saw people talking like it might be Kang the Conqueror or Immortus, and if it is Kang the Conqueror, that's gonna be interesting. I didn't think like he would make a TVA just to prevent like whatever shenanigans go on with Kang. I'm checking out Loki. Haven't seen the most recent episode yet though. Oh, okay. Hey Chip, have you read The Other World Doesn't Stand a Chance Against the Power of Instant Death? No, I have not. Bro, 30 more minutes. Oh, come on, Akko. Like, Atsushi's letting us down here, man. Like, he was doing so good for the last few weeks. Let's see. Now I must know who it is that comes just to drop a dislike on the stream every time. Oh, someone disliked the stream? Yeah, that makes me sad too. That's okay though. Like, it's just YouTube. That's cool. Does he know Bakugo? Most likely there is also some distance restriction that wasn't said. Well, he knows that. Hi, that's a good point. Does he know Bakugo? That's a really good point, Jason. That's a really good point. I guess he knows of Bakugo. I guess that's the difference. You know of the person. Oh, you know, he does have a webcam. He might have been watching the proceedings the entire time. Because he did talk to Bakugo being like, yeah, man, like, Tomura wants Bakugo. Sure. Let's do that. Or whatever he was doing during that fight. But good point, Jason. Good point. Thoughts on the detective is already dead? Well, I got 2 dislikes on that one. I thought I was... Wait, Random, did you see my video for it? Because, like, all my thoughts are right there. But my thoughts are essentially just, like... It must be good, because it got a 40-minute episode, so it must have a big following already. So it must be good. As like a mystery drama kind of thing, I thought it was alright. I just don't like the main girl. I just find her kind of abrasive. But, you know, I'm open to changing my mind on her later. That's in line with Hero Academia, typical nerfs. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Sarge. Let's see. He said that its range was lit. However, he was able to warp at least 5 kilometers. Currently, comments on videos aren't loading for me on other videos on YouTube. Oh, that's weird. Kang the Conqueror has a confusing publication history. Was planning on bringing Loki. Oh, binging Loki after the series ended. Okay, gotcha. When Izuku get Black Whip, Shoto was like, he make me go all out. And he had... yes. Oh, thanks, Vance. I'm planning to watch tomorrow. I'm curious about it. Okay. But yeah, for anyone that's gonna watch the detective show, I like the main girl. You're gonna notice it. The main girl is there is sent just to like set up like this legend. Like she really acts as a legend in the series. And then also read the synopsis. Like if you want to really spoil yourself, read the synopsis because the synopsis in a way tells you a lot more than the show itself does properly. But yeah, like it's a high concept, and what the first episode tries to do is specifically try and set you up for the final 5 minutes of the episode.
Worthless.
Oh, there I went. Okay. 1 second here. Oops. Random said, Realist Hero has a nice start, before when I'm reading, do wish the MC doesn't overwork himself. Nah, well, I think he'll be okay, right? I think he'll be okay for this little portion here. Ah, yeah, Random, yeah. But yeah, that's the generalized opinion I have for it. All for One is definitely watching them through the video feed at the bar. You can clearly tell that based on the look in his eye. Oh, wait, All for One can't see. He doesn't have eyes. Oh, God, you're right. You're right. He can't look through them. But he was always communicating with Tomura during, through... Oh, you're right. But he was communicating with Tomura through the computer, right? How does he turn on the computer? Like, how does he operate his computer when he's talking to Tomura through the computer? Does the doctor kind of use the computer for him? Because he shouldn't be able to get on video chat through the computer, right? I'm not crazy, because I'm pretty sure All for One has used the computer to talk to Tomura before, but now I'm questioning how he turned on the computer and how he navigated to his favorite video chat option. Guys, he has used his computer before, right? Because I distinctly remember a screen in the bar with Tomura yelling at it. God, I hope my memories aren't like faulty again. My only gripe for Moonlight Fantasy is how the heck that scroll thinks the MC is only level 1. Yeah, that's always the gripe, ain't it? Like how exactly are you like gonna rationalize this guy being level 1? Realist Hero is the one. Yes, Gohan, we know. Will Todd let Spawn in Invincible Season 2? I do not know. Why do I get the feeling we might get a different Digivolution for Gabumon this week? What isn't it? It's not gonna be Metal. It's not gonna be Metal Garurumon. Like we saw the preview for last week. It's gonna be like a different Mega form. Yeah, Vance, I like that one as well, but I haven't read the source material. Let's see. The show is starting good so far. Black Fox said, waiting until episode 3 to watch Kanojo Kanojo. The author series has MC that actually get me mad, so I need 3 episodes to actually watch it. Fair enough. Realist MC is a workaholic, isn't he? Oh yeah, he's a workaholic, but I don't think he's like... I don't think he's too bad. I think, like, for first volume, for sure, he was pretty alright. Like, he came out of that pretty strong. Yeah, he does use infrared, but he shouldn't be able to see... Oh, voice command. That is a very good reason. He shouldn't be able to see the screen. Now I'm realizing how silly All for One must have looked staring at the video feed of the bar. He can't see anything, so why does he use videos? The doctor does all the technical stuff. I would hope so. I remember it was a TV at the bar. Yes, you could actually have TV with All for One talking through it from a building. Yeah, okay. Voice command, turn on technology and look through it. Oh my gosh. Now I want to know. I really want Horikoshi to like put this in writing. What exactly does All for One do to be able to talk to Tomura through that computer? Moonlight Fantasy is giving me John Carter vibes. If no one knows John Carter, it's the first series from 1912 to have a guy go to another world where he is strong because Earth has greater gravity. Yeah, no, I know that one. All for One likes traumatizing people with his face. And no tie, no spoilers. Moonlight is one of those stories where it's hard to trust the one who really rules things. Moonlight Fantasy makes Aqua look like a decent goddess. Oh my god. Really? Oh my god. That's exciting. That's very exciting. Okay. Now you guys have gotten my interest. Too bad I can't watch it tonight. Pretty cool. Strabimon is finally appearing in Digimon. He's the pre-evolution for Lobomon, legendary warrior of light. Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen his image a lot. Okay, cool. Animamus, what's the new Garurumon form that's going to be coming up in this episode? Like, it's the one that is at the end of the episode, you know, after the preview, where Easy talks about, like, the Digimon that's going to get the special profile for the next episode. What's the name for this form that's coming? Do you know? Oh, is it Zed Garurumon? I think that might be it. Zed Garurumon? I think it's called. Trip. Moonlight Fantasy's goddess is a pure sociopath. Oh my god, that sounds amazing already. Aqua is a goddess in general. Well, I wouldn't call it... No, yeah, she's just stupid. Oh, Crest Garurumon. Okay, gotcha. Crest Garurumon. Sounds cool all the same. I'm excited. Okay, where is this thing? Let's see. All for One has the bard display audio only, so nobody can see him. But then he has the video of the bard displayed at Doctor's lab, desperately not being able to see anything himself. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Wow. All for One is very silly. I think he gets. Yeah, like All for One's not gonna be able to live up to his hype. There's no way around it. I think the author has to take breaks because he's not gonna be able to live up to the hype of All for One. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Like at this point, All for One's reputation precedes him, right? It's just can't keep up with it. Sorry, Trip, no spoilers. The show makes me feel grateful that Kazuma had. Oh, okay. That's oh, I'm excited. Wait, okay. Where does Moonlight Thingamajig? Where does the guy get teleported to? Where does he? What's his starting area? I follow another story that the goddess is trash, but that one isn't far along with the manga chapters. Wait, so what is Spider season 1 now done? Do you think she can make an appearance in Isekai Quartet? Is Katakoa the one that owns her? It depends on who owns her. Kreskarumon sounds to be what it'll be since they have the title Golden in it. What's your favorite D&D race to play as, Trip? I play almost exclusively half elves. I just like half elves. Like, I don't really roleplay my races all that well, though, but half elves are pretty cool. I don't play dwarves. I don't think I would ever play dwarves. I'm pretty basic. That's ultimately what it is. I'm basic. I would only switch to another race if I know what setting I'm going into, and if I want some kind of statistical advantage. But otherwise, half elves are like the nice level of exoticness for me. I know. Again, I'm basic. I know. But you know what? I think I don't really get too fussy about going to other races. Mostly because I just don't like I don't like dressing up in costumes or anything. So that might be a little bit of an effect that's coming over from that. Have you seen Turtle Quirk's video explaining how Monoma copy One for All transferred tobacco Shoto, and by the nature of its quirk, One for All will stay on them even after copy times out? It won't. I don't think it will. The copy won't. The copy's gonna time out. Like Rotson, like the copy's gonna time out because Monoma says that his quirk times out on things affecting biological people usually. So I don't, unless he specifically addresses the whole, it will time out on biological components. I don't see how it would work that way. He gets transported. Oh, but you know what? I could make a response video to that. He gets transported while he's asleep at home, but because he has a connection to that world, won't get into more detail. Okay. Now I'm curious how awkward it must have been for Dr. Rat to see All for One spending all his time looking at computer screens, despite him not having eyes. Yes, there's at least 3 mangas. Leaked discussion thread opened. Yeah, what Ty says you. Yeah, what Ty says you have to watch Moonlight Fantasy yourself, Trip. Okay, gotcha, fans, gotcha. Oh, this is exciting. I'm excited. Okay, but the guy didn't end up in a wasteland, right? Because I think I read a manga where the guy ended up in a wasteland, but I'm pretty sure that's not what we're talking about. Well, okay. Leaked discussion thread opened. What do you mean, Sarge? You mean on the Discord server? Wait. I saw... Oh, no. Oh, I see. Everyone's freaking out now. Wow. Can you imagine being scared about a manga's development? Can you imagine? I mean, like, there's been moments when, like, you know, I get scared because I'm with you guys and it's fun. But, like, I don't really, like, get... I mean, like, when I think about things that scare me, it's like a lion jumping through my window and mauling me. And that could happen because there's mountain lions in this area. But yeah, Goddess transport MC to one of the corners of the world just because he doesn't like him, or rather hates his parents. That sounds really familiar. Did I watch that? Or did I read that before? I feel like I have. And maybe Jason. Sarge is telling me it's possible. Those people act like I can't breathe. I need to know. Feel so cringy at times. Yeah, 100%. Still can't believe Isekai Quartet of all things getting a movie. Yeah, anime. Someone told me that too, and that was pretty surprising. I would love it if after the manga ends, Hody does a small bonus manga with little tidbits about what happened throughout it. It would be like a manga blooper reel and show things like All for One fumbling around on a computer because he can't see, and then the doctor coming to help him. Actually, My Hero Academia Smash is probably where you're going to see the parodies, because My Hero Academia Smash's parodies are pretty good. And the author, like, finds Hero Academia Smash funny. So, that's where I would look. I became the strongest with the failure frame abnormal state as a modified with Task Goddess. That makes Aqua look like a super good person. Someone living in your house walls is scary. Oh yeah, that's super scary, bro. That's super scary. Yeah, yeah, Gohan. I'm pretty sure you did, and I'm pretty sure I looked at it too. Now let's see. Got my house.
If you ever
I'm trying to build stuff for this mansion. Oh, Atsutu. Oh, okay. So I gotta look at Twitter now too. Is he on backup or is he on Oh no, there it is. 2 minutes ago. Okay, it begins. All right, guys, I'm locked in. We are going all the way through. Oh, you bastards! I'm gonna have a horrible time today. Oh, this is gonna be bad too for me though, cause like, okay, just to let you guys know, like I'm trying to work against the deadline. I'm trying to finish up my one of my novels, and I want to get it out before the end of the month. So that's why like I've been like a lot busier during these past few days, and so my current schedule, just so you know, my current schedule, I go to sleep like at 2 a.m. most days, and I wake up like around 5, and that's what's been going on. Like I don't know how long I'm able to maintain it. I'm trying to finish I'm trying to finish before the deadline. Trying to finish by the 15th, but I don't know like how that's gonna go in the long run. So if there's one day that I just tell you guys like there's not gonna be any stream, it's probably gonna be just because of a side effect of this. But anyway, that's what's going on here. I'm very excited to see what's about to happen here with at Sushi. I hope he goes to his leaks channel. And yes, Sarge, I know it's not healthy, but deadlines. Like I'm also trying to balance YouTube. That's like the other issue. Like I spend about 4 to 5 hours on YouTube, and then it's like trying to rush through 20,000 words editing. But I'm hoping to just get it done all by 15th, and then after the 15th be free and take a break again.
The damned will sooner die again.
Time to chillin', different world life. There's a different series. Gohan, we were referring to Moonlight Fantasy. Still can't believe the goddess told the MC to not spread. Jesus. All for One is ironically very handicapped, relies a lot of smarts, kind of like Deku. Oh, chapter title is Friend. It begins. All right. So chapter title is Friend. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. So already this is going to be Bakugo telling Izuku to stop being stupid. Oh, this is going to be so good. Izuku's running away. Izuku's going to run away. I don't think, like, if Izuku breaks into tears, that would be very impressive. I don't think that's happening, man. I don't think that's happening. I think Izuku's going to have a moment here, and he's going to try and run. All for One is ironically very handicapped, relies a lot on smarts. Oh, yeah, I got that. Trip, I was surprised when I saw Peter Grill was still updating. Yeah, I saw it here. I know how you feel, Trip. I have to wake up at 5 tomorrow, too. Yeah, Ty. Well, Ty, I know you work hard, too. In natural Sushi fashion, his first post is simply 2 exclamation marks, acting like something huge happens, which he won't reveal what it is till last post and won't be big at all. Yeah. A tweet says that pretty much almost whole class LMAO.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Oh, nice. There's more? Okay. Aw, damn it. Well, Chaco's there. Thanks, guys. How can he run when he can barely stand? I don't know. Like, Izuku will figure out a way. Oh, but now, okay, now I'm gonna instead hope that if all of them are showing up, instead I'm going to hope that Izuku pretends to go with them and then he runs away. Honestly, I just see Izuku still running. But now I have to question whether or not it was actually effective to send out all of 1/8 on one person. Like, now I'm questioning the logistics. Let's see. Hey, man. Imagine they put Halo on PlayStation. That would be crazy. Oh, hello, silly Alberto. Yeah, that would be crazy. Almost the whole class minus Ochako, of course. Yo. Okay, if Ochako is the only person not there, I have to think, like, okay, that's intentional. Like, he's doing something else with her. But there's no way. There's no way that he would make that kind of a dig at her. This gives me hope on no Ochako. If he doesn't trip, you need to make a video on Ochako deterioration. Well, no, like, I feel like it'd be a trap if I did. So today, while playing D&D, I convinced someone random flowers were healing herbs and charged them 200 gold. Oh, nice. Friendship overrides logistics. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. That's stupid. Friendship overrides logistics? Come on. It's because they had bad logistics that Higantomakia got out. Watch Deku use Black Whip or Smoke Screen to escape. Oh, that'd be nice. Are the other two I want to see get anime as well? Okay, gotcha. Gohan? Come on, Atsushi. Come on. Okay, what do you guys think is going to be the time between leaks here? Well, what's it going to be? Is it going to be 10 minutes again? Because that's going to be pretty aggressive. It's already been 4 minutes. It's going to be really aggressive if we're waiting 10 minutes between leaks. Friendship over, yeah, pretty much Fairy Tail. Ochako is going to find Toga and hope to find All for One. That's why she's looking for Deku. Okay. 15 minutes? Oh, Vance, you disgusting person, man. Oh, he's typing. Oh, but yo, Vance, no 15 minutes. I'd rather just keep it at 4-minute difference. Okay, so he's typing. I'm ready to copy. I'm ready to get it. Okay, this is very, very... Oh, hey, Mark. But yeah, this is very nerve-wracking. But if it's titled Friends, it might also just be a, hey, Izuku, we care about you line. Okay, you know what? If Ochako is there and she slaps Izuku in the face, like, I'm also very happy with that. That would be pretty swell. Yeah, okay, he seems to be typing a lot. I would say if we can get the gist of the chapter soon, that would save time. Yeah, he will use Black Whip to try and escape, then Eraser will try to race it. Oh, if Eraserhead's there, that would be pretty good. So, 1, leaks just now? Yes, Mega Green. 2, I need the article where it says about Shield Hero getting postponed. You're gonna have to... Someone else had the article, so maybe they can... Oh, okay, color page... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's okay. Anyway, are you going to see the comparison this time? Are you talking about like the Hero Academia comparison? Like I'll try to look for it. The majority of the logistics are obscured. If the whole class jumps him, they should be able to bring him back. Agreed. They should. Color page detail has 4 panels. 1 Alliance Dome front look. Uraraka and Ira. Bakugo, who seems to be tearing a letter along with him, are Shoto and Tokoyami. So let's see, a color page with Uraraka, Ida, Bakugo, Shoto, and Tokoyami. Those are good. Those are good numbers there. Those are, but I don't know if that color page is worth anything. Like you know, color pages are like so unimportant. Sometimes they don't really tell you a lot. They don't really indicate something cool that's going to happen in the future, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. It's nice to see Tokoyami there, but I think we've had color pages like this before. Yes, there will be. I really think Izuku is going to pass out. Also, are the students moving based on work studies or are they all together? Well, it seems like if they're all together, like, well, they're definitely not moving based on work studies because Bakugo and Shoto are not with Endeavor. They're probably moving independent. What does Atsushi get from having a Discord server? Like, what exactly does he get? Just don't understand the logistics of having one of these. Again, but going back to Rotsen, if Izuku does pass out, I think that'd be good because Izuku does need to rest. But if he passes out, I could see him trying to run again later on. He's in a weakened state, so Shoto might just freeze him in place to prevent his escape. Or Mineta. Mineta can probably do it. Like, if Mineta sticks all of them together, Izuku's not going to be able to get away. Like, if they form a human chain with Mineta's balls in between them, Izuku's carrying them wherever they go now. Erase the evidence? Notoriety? Yeah, I guess. It's just like, the Discord doesn't seem all that exclusive. Like, if I was someone from Shueisha, I'd just join the Discord, right? But then again, like, the people who are trying to prevent us from leaking or spoilering ourselves, they don't seem very smart. So, there's that aspect to keep in mind, I guess. Let's see. Red Cedar, Curio, Pine-backed T-chair. You know, I have a real passion for home decor, but not my real home, because like that's expensive. But I have a passion for interior home design, but not Animal Crossing, because that's expensive. Oh, good night, Gohan. Maybe it's too much work for Shueisha to make a Discord account. Maybe. That might be legitimately it, Animamus.
Would you care to sit down?
Let's see. I just want Momo in this chapter. Like, Izuku passes out and then tries to run away after he wakes up, but Momo attached a tracking device to him. Oh, yeah, that's something Momo could definitely do. That'd be very interesting if she pulls it off. Nope, that's not the one that I want. Okay. So we just need some thingamabobs. Oh! Hey, Sar. Human chain with Mineta's ball. He could call it ball and chain. Oh, yeah, no, that'd be good. I could see Izuku trying to run, but I can't see him succeeding. He's just too tired. He literally needs to use Black Whip to stand. If he wasn't this exhausted, then maybe he could see it, but not as he is. Yeah. So, with that information, you guys reminded me of that. I would change my opinion to, Izuku goes, well, he'll have no choice but to go with them, but he could try to run away later on. Oh, I guess like that, if you have Stain coming in there and saving him, that'd be different. But if Stain comes in there, that's going to be pretty aggressive too. Like, I'd rather Stain not do that. Oh, Mega, which comparison are you referring to? Like, that was my answer to 3. Which comparison are you referring to? I think they must mostly be okay with the leaks saying that we are still reading it on Viz later, so they don't really care. This is just free marketing. Not really, Matthew, because, like, if they didn't care about the leaks, they wouldn't be jailing people in Japan over leaking the material. Like, they do care about the leaks. They just go after the people that they know they can get. Like, if Atsushi gave himself away, I'm pretty sure Shueisha would come down hard on him. Like, for all we know, they might just be gathering evidence against him right now. But, like, given how they attack people before, probably worth thinking that they would take Atsushi down if they could. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable to think. Okay, so I'm assuming you mean the Sekirei one. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that. I think Izuku gonna manage to run away, but immediately after he does, he ends up passing out anyway, and they followed him, and Stain is there and meets up with Class A. Okay, Stain showing up to do that would be nuts in a bad way. All the students are there. Yes. Stain comes in to save Izuku, immediately gets defeated and arrested by Ida and Todoroki, who have greatly improved since the last time they fought Stain. Well, that was a terrible plan. Yo, but if he does it, like what it will be is like Stain's like, yo, I also got stronger while I was doing nothing in jail, right? Like that's how it would be played. But maybe that's too dumb. Maybe that's too dumb. Okay. This guy is actually gonna make us wait. It's gonna be a full hour till we get all the information we want. If the FBI can't contract Tucker Carlson, I mean, it's not that wild to think about. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Oh, yo, for Genshin Impact, MiHoYo tracked down one of the people that leaked their stuff and charged them like $10,000 of a fine. Like, yeah, man, like, these companies can do it. Is he somewhere where they can't get him? I mean, like, I don't know where Stain is. Well, Stain should be watching Izuku. Is what he should be doing. Oh, there is some... Oh, Jason, you're right. There is wiggle room on Stain. Because he can just be like, yeah, you guys are still... Well, Stain is probably an anti-quirk specialist. So he could probably, like, come in. Actually, when you think about it, like... Mirio was able to beat them all up by punching them in the gut. Like, Stain can probably still beat them up. Like, Stain probably could, like, destroy all of them with really well-placed knives. It all depends on how edgy he is. Oh, typing. Got it. Oh, God, there's a lot. Finally, we got something good here. Oh, God damn it. Okay, like phones at the end there. It's just phones. I'm trying to write phones. Oh, they also have a fight club in Tartarus, so they can stay in shape. Yeah, okay. Man, Tartarus, really? It has human rights violations, huh? Okay, so next I need the potted plant perennial. Oh, that's okay, Sarge. Oh, good God. Damn it, I messed up. I already had it. I should have written that down. I should have written it down. But yeah, okay, so let me read this stuff out for you guys here properly. Color page shows Bakugo ripping the letter Deku left him apart. Well, that's good because he should be mad. Like, if I was Bakugo, I'd be mad. He's in the dorm with the other 1A kids a few days after Izuku abandoned UA. Him and Shoto are saying that Deku is probably with Endeavor and the Pro Heroes. Ida asks why they don't call them to confirm, but they say Endeavor, Hawks, and Genus are not picking up their phones. Yeah, everyone got ghosted. So, at this point, Bakugo is 100% going to have words to say to All Might and Izuku. Like, All Might for sure. Like, he's going to rip All Might a new one. Unless All Might already called him, and that means Bakugo already ripped All Might a new one. Oh, a garden. Yeah, you know what? When I have a garden, maybe I'll do that. So let's see. 10:54 to 11:08. Man, this guy. So that was like... That's 14 minutes. God, he is doing 15 minutes. Where's Vance? I feel like Atsushi might be posting the leaks more frequently tonight since he's so much later he knows that if he waits too long, other people will start leaking the info. Yeah, that's actually a good point. And we saw how badly that went for him last time when he like suddenly started just leaking much faster once someone on Manga Helpers started putting things out. You know, honestly, like, flashbacks at the beginning, this is just normal stuff, ain't it? Like, how often does Hero Academia start with a flashback? Pretty often, right? Because it's most of the time you have to justify what the heck just happened because of the author's style.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Oh, night, random. Vance, God guy, do not laugh about that, man. Do not laugh about that, you jerk. Love you, Vance. But let's see if manga helpers get anything earlier than at sushi this time. So, you know, if we're going to be Trip, have you heard about power washing simulator? There's a power washing simulator? Oh god, I need this. Well, now I've heard about it, Viz. You think a sushi gets off on the power of holding the leaks? 100%. 100%. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. Heck, I would too. Like, man, I'd be like, yo, guys, you want these leaks? Look, my job's on the line here. If you want these leaks, donate me $1. Just give me $1. You know what? I get $5. I'll put these things out faster. I would 100% go down that way. And mind you, like, you know, that might be a little bit of a sleazeball move, but at the same time, it's like, what, you want me to do something illegal, right? I don't know. I might be able to get more money by being nice about it. I don't think about it. I don't think about it. Anyway, yes, I would 100% power trip. I know what I'm about. I would 100% power trip. You would get sued for it. Oh. Okay, well, I'll be like, I'll word it in a different way. Like, oh my god, guys, you know, like, I only have one job and I'm really doing something risky, you know. And then, you know, I'll just like mention that I have a link in the description. Like, yeah. Oof. If you guys want to help support my my food fund out of the kindness of your hearts, you should consider doing that. That's the way I would go about it. I'd be very political about it. Oh, he's typing. Oh, you guys are now really, you guys are pointing out that I will get taken down. It's like 20 bucks on stream, and it's one of the most satisfying games I've ever played. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we got more. Guys, thank you for your advice. When I do this, I will keep you guys in mind. So Shoto says... Okay, this is so far just a lot of people talking. Excellent. Okay, so look, man, no disrespect to anyone, but I thought it was funny how everyone was still calling them class 2A, because I always thought that was kind of weird. I'm actually really happy to have the clarification that classes aren't going on, because they shouldn't be, and they're not second years yet. I am so happy to have that. Obviously, they're not going to be second years because there's no school, because everyone's out and about trying to fix things. No, great. No, I'm actually really happy about this, because I thought it was weird to be calling them class 2A. I thought we were all kind of getting ahead of ourselves on that one. So this makes me just feel a lot better in general. Good. Thank you, author. I actually feel really good about this one, boys. But going back to this, Shoto says they're obviously busy right now, but this makes it seem like they're hiding something. Jiro comments that All Might hasn't come back to UA either. So now we understand. So the author's strategy on this one was when we had the Shoto text message to Endeavor, that was pretty much like the setup for, okay, you know, the kids are talking, or like they're trying to reach Endeavor, and that told us this situation, right? So the whole Endeavor not talking to Shoto leads into the conclusion, oh, look, the heroes aren't talking to their proteges, pretty much. So pretty solid on the author's part, but this just reminds you, like, when the author brings up elements to remind you of stuff, it's because those elements are about to come back again. So again, we see the author style in full play here, but at the same time, I'm saying author style, but really this is just good writing in general. Like, you want to remind people of critical details when they're about to pop up. Mind you, The disadvantage there is that you show your hand and say this critical detail is about to pop up. Well, no. They are just Class 1A. That's all it really is. They're still just Class 1A. There's nothing wrong with referring to them as Class 1A. They're still Class 1A. That's all that says. Like classes are suspended during summer. You don't stop calling them Class 1A. They just haven't been officially. It just says that school hasn't happened. And look, like you guys know my opinion on this. My opinion was like obviously Izuku is still in school because there's no way Nezu is going to expel Izuku. That's dumb. But I'm glad that we're getting this is very reasonable. Now, mind you, like Izuku might like legitimately never finish Hero Academia throughout the series because the series isn't going to cover any more school stuff. That's done. Like if they're going to cover any school stuff, it's going to be at the very end of the manga. Like the school era of Hero Academia is over. The academia right now of Hero Academia is learning out on the field. His look like it's going to end with Bakugo saving Izuku, and most of the chapter is flashback on how they're going to Izuku. Yo, if the imagine if the page ends on all of Izuku's classmates surrounding him, so nothing has happened. It's just you learn the story of how they got there, which is fine. Like actually, we kind of want to slow down a little bit, but it'd be funny. What about the new first years? Well, if classes are suspended, it only means that this isn't hard. If classes are suspended, it just means no one started school. Like they're probably just the new first years might be quite literally refugees right now. They might just be hunkered down in the bunkers, trying to be safe. Like this isn't too hard to like. This isn't too hard to sit down and make sense of, right? If you sit down and you just look at it, they're probably just everyone's pretty much stalled. It's like when there's a natural disaster that destroys an entire island. Everyone just kind of stops what they're doing and they just kind of deal with life, and then they pick things up from where they left off like 1 month, 2 months later. That's pretty much what we're looking at here. But yeah, for the new first years, they're probably in hiding like everyone else in the population. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. I mean, like, maybe a little bit. We might meet them, maybe. But they're not important. Like, there's not going to be any kind of new generation proteges kind of thing here. Because, again, they're not important. Like, really think about it. Do you want Horikoshi to not only have to deal with introducing international pro heroes and new villains, do you also want him to deal with introducing, like, pretty much plebs? Whoever he introduces, those new first years, they're not worth it. They're just window dressing. Like they're about as useless as the current third years of UA. And of the third years, who do you really know? Like on a first name and quirk power basis, no one. Sorry, the ones aside from the big three, and maybe Nejide's friend, right? Yeah, no, there's no reason to believe that the first years are going to be relevant on this one. It's weird because the guys are now called third years. Oh, you know what, Rotson? That is a good point. That is the weird point there. That is the weird point. That just means that UA hasn't done it properly. Well, no, you know what? I'm okay calling them 2A then, because if everyone else is being upgraded, then you should be calling them 2A Hori. Then again, that was a few days ago. That's a flashback. Okay, for consistency, I think we should be calling them 2A. But now I can say 1A as a slip of the tongue and not get in trouble. Bakugo says that if Izuku is afraid of going back to UA, there's no way he went there just to leave letters, so he has to be working with All Might and the others. He also says that he knows Izuku and All Might better than Endeavor and company do, and that they will eventually get themselves in trouble. Yes! That's exactly it! Yes, that's totally true! Class A decides to contact Endeavor but don't really know how to, so Chaco points out that they used to be a UA student. A few days later, we see Endeavor on Nezu's room and all the kids are waiting for him. Oh, we see Endeavor in Nezu's room. And all the... So they just ambushed Endeavor?
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
It's just an excuse to not redesign the characters as they remain in the same year. But there's no reason to redesign them. Why would you redesign them if they go to a second year? Because like we saw them quite literally in the last days of their first year. So even if a month passes, there shouldn't be any redesigns because there haven't well, I guess like in Hero Academia, people get redesigns every arc, technically with their costume. So maybe like, yeah. But that's not a really good excuse. Like Hero Academia, like right now the redesigns aren't happening because Damage and Crisis. Because My Hero Academia Shippuden. Well, Asushi, I am quite happy that you are posting faster. Oh, wait, no. You're only posting every 10 minutes. Oh, wait, no. Every 4 minutes. Okay, good. Excellent. This is good. We're going to have everything before the hour is over. Okay, team. So, thoughts so far? What are we feeling about this part? Ochako so far has contributed by saying that Endeavor used to be a UA student. And then we have Endeavor being ambushed in Nedzu's room. What if there is a scene in My Hero Academia anime where Midnight is going to die, but another hero sacrifices themselves to save her? Oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't happen. No, see, Robert, the problem here is that if Midnight is dead, if the anime saves Midnight, they're gonna have to then not... They're gonna have to change things up, and they're gonna ultimately be slightly off from the manga. They're not gonna do that. It's just I don't see it happening. Like it'd be cool, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. If Endeavor got ambushed, I'm wondering when exactly it happened. It has to happen after Shoto sends him the text message. Because it'd be awkward for it to happen before Shoto sends the text message and Endeavor doesn't address it. So it has to be after Shoto sends the text message. Mind you, Atsushi might also be writing something incorrectly here. That Izuku will definitely get a new costume once he gets over his Dark Rabbit phase, though. Yeah. But that is supposed to happen on February during the war before the war. Wait, Tai said something? Oh yeah, no. In that case, yes, the exams would have happened right around the beginning of the war. Or wait, it would have happened earlier than the actual entry date. There's still no Momo. I really think she's the brain of the class now that they don't have Izuku. Yes. But we already knew Endeavor was a UA student from his fight with... Yes, we know that. Yes. I'm kind of glad everything people on Twitter were predicting is wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Toga. The Toga is Bakugo theory. Good, it's dead. God, I can't wait to see what new insane one comes up this week. Only some students in a given year have the personality type to enjoy makeovers at the start of a new school year. Well, nor in an arc or two. Ochako yet again making points we already knew. Well, yeah, actually, it's funny that Shoto didn't make the point. But, like, Ochako, like, you understand. Ochako's getting a moment so that she can say she was useful. Something Midnight's course was taken and turned into a gnome when she reunites with Shirakumo. Oh, that'd be cool. When all this is... Well, we know it was... Oh, wait. It could have been taken from the morgue. Let's see. When all this is said and done, all this will count as equivalent of classes, so they will continue their next studies like nothing happened. Agreed. Hoping Nedzu gets a good moment. Maybe this is before Endeavor called Izuku on 318. Maybe. Maybe. That'd be alright. That'd be a safe spot to slot it in, I think. White Despair. Oh, no. White Despair is still here. Okay. Sorry, White. I was just wondering what you were thinking. But you're probably still formulating thoughts. What time is it? Okay, 11:30. Almost 11:30. Now we simply wait for the next time a character shows up and the internet says it's Toga because of reasons. Yes. Oh, I'm just so happy. Oh, I can't wait to see everyone just cope with their horrible theories. Now, what I find interesting here is that Bakugo points out that Izuku never went back to school. So the letters were left by All Might. So that's interesting because I had assumed that Izuku went back and left. So that's a really interesting way of being able to tell that All Might's in on it. They mentioned that All Might, Endeavor, and Best Genius were all UA students in season 1. Yes. I remember All Might being UA student, obviously.
So dark.
I remember the distinction being that it's like Hawks is the one that's not from UA and all that. What did you think of Arachne form for Kumiko in Spider? I haven't seen the anime form, but not a fan of the manga form. You think the class left on their own or got permission from UA? Actually, I'm not too sure about that. Just because like it seems stupid to send them all into one spot. But then again, if they were able to ambush Endeavor, they probably got permission or something, or like someone somewhere must have said like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let them do whatever they want. I can't wait for people to have to cope with the reality that Izuku is in fact not a vigilante. And a villain, also, because that's the new one. You know what's also funny? That they didn't know how to contact Endeavor beyond Shoto being able to call him. Oh, I wonder if Ray called him, what would have happened? Like if Endeavor gets a phone call from Ray, I don't think he would ignore that one because Ray's emotionally fragile. That might have been the better play here for Shoto. Or heck, you know, Shoto also could have just been like, Endeavor, Dobby just sent us a message. Pick up the phone. That would have gotten Endeavor's attention too. Actually, this feels a little bit roundabout. Now that you're thinking about it, this feels like there's a lot of ways to get Endeavor's attention on this one that involve just a few white lies. Yeah, we see All Might with his gold medal in the sports festival in the season 4 ending. And we also saw Fat Gum. That was the equivalent of saying Naruto became a rogue ninja. Yeah. Back at the beginning of the series, when Izuku first arrived, he remarked that UA had trained many great heroes such as Best Genius and the hero with most resolved cases, Endeavor. Oh! Wow, that's so long ago, yeah. Neat. Always good to know that Endeavor has the most resolved cases, too. Alright, at Sushi, it's been 10 minutes. Actually, has it been 10 minutes? Yes, it's been 10 minutes. Shoto's not a liar, though. Oh, good point. Should have asked Fuyumi to do it. I bet Fuyumi would get the job done. Fuyumi seems that cool, you know? But good point, Speed. Good point. Shoto doesn't know how to lie. Actually, is that right? Spider's finale.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Was 1-to-1 with like it had a few changes here and there, and some it'd be better if we saw, but okay, cool. That was the first time we ever got the names of Best Genius and Endeavor. Okay. Yeah, man, it's been so long. I don't even remember those days anymore. We used to be so young back then. We used to be so full of hope, and now we're here. But at least we're having a fun time. Oh, interesting. Atsushi put out some information on his Twitter saying the color page details. Check out Discord for images and more detail. Okay, he really wants that Twitter attention for whatever reason. Pretty close to almost 100% what should have been there. Also, Fat Gum in the ending was in the ending on his own. Also, Fat Gum was in the ending on his own school. Yeah, no, is that not what I said? Because I remember Fat Gum was in the ending for the pictures as he was eating, as like back in the day. Simulator would be a really good stream game. Doesn't take too much attention to play. Yeah, Viz. Like actually, I'm 100% interested. I will. Oh, that was a weird tree down there. But yeah, I will look into it. Yes. Yes, White Despair.
Demons
And
do
you
not
know what?
stop for the rain.
I think that was an investigation worth having. Because why have so many screens when you have no eyes to see those screens? Yeah, but Fatgun was like Rotz instead of Shiketsu student. Yes, Shiketsu. Oh, did I not say he was Shiketsu? Like I know he's Shiketsu. If I didn't say he was Shiketsu, my mistake. Like I just remember like because someone brought up All Might's UA medal, and I just remembered, oh yeah, like we saw Fat Gum in the ending too. So my mistake there, if I didn't clarify. Asushi probably wants to build his own cult slowly but surely. Yeah, that's a good point. He's really just taking a while here. Ah, gotcha, Mega Green Kirby. Okay, then my mistake, man, my mistake. Oh, that's where that thing was. I have no eyes and must watch. But speaking of Kami, what do you think she's doing at the moment? She should be like Shiketsu is like UA's only real competition, right? So she should be doing some cool stuff. Like if Miss Joke's school is out there working, she must be doing something worthwhile. Actually, guys, you know what's weird? If you think about how many hero schools there are, that means that a good chunk of the hero population is being used up to be school teachers. Like, think about the implications of that. Like, there's no way they can be so saturated if so many heroes. Like, look at how many heroes we saw in the during the war, and how many of them were actually school teachers, right? Like, there's the school teachers. Actually, no, they were mostly the internship heroes. But yeah, when you think about it, there's a lot of teachers who are pretty vital who are working as teachers. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of heroes who are pretty vital who are working as teachers. That's kind of concerning. I'm just thinking back to the war, and like Cementos was pretty important for that. Midnight also had like some pretty important moments. Like these were pivotal characters for that, and they're teachers. And it just means that for every teacher in the school, that's every hero off the streets. You got to be really overconfident to be able to just afford having your heroes be teachers. Maybe at Sushi. Did they say they should do a joint training with UA? Yeah, she did say that. Maybe Asushi is writing his own novels on a different pendant and wants to take down any possible competition, which is why he's making you stay up so late. So you, damn it, Asushi, what a guy, evil. All right, I gotta start hoping for 4chan to give us a way out here. Asushi's not gonna put everything out unless he feels pressure. It'll be funny if we don't get any Deku versus Bakugo and just have Deku versus Bakugo rhetoric fight. Also, Joke appeared in the war arc. How do we know she's still alive? Because she wasn't on the kill screen. Trip, I just said that is that the majority of heroes are low tier or just show off. Wasting research, it could be. Oh yeah, no, Miguel. I agree with you. No, I always just pointed back towards Midnight, saying that there was oversaturation, right? Like we understand the nuance. I don't think Midnight appreciates the nuance the same way you do. Like I agree with you, that there's a lot of low quality heroes, but I don't think Midnight is applying the same level of thought that you are, Miguel. Because like, remember, Gran Torino also brings up the oversaturation. Like, what good is this oversaturated society for heroes if we can't stop him? And it's like, it's because you're not oversaturated in the right way. Like, everyone keeps bringing it up, but like, you're not oversaturated. It's just like, you know, from my perspective, it makes no sense for Midnight to say that in the context when she knows that the Safety Commission is trying to get more heroes produced. It's just nonsensical. It's a nonsensical statement from Midnight in general, and from Gran Torino by extension. But I agree with like I agree that there's not a lot of quality heroes. But if you think about it, then that makes it even worse. Like, why are you shoving your quality heroes into schools? Actually, you're shoving quality heroes into schools because they're the ones that are best suited to raising the next generation. But then it's like, Viz Tree. Oh, White Despair was talking to Viz, but that's a double-edged sword. In order to post spoilers, keep Asushi must also be awake to post. But if he's in a different time zone, it's different. I don't know if Atsushi's in a different time zone though. So two things. There's a teacher of UA, one that has white hair or something. We never see him do anything, do we? Also, now I want to eat potato chips and chocolate. Oh, okay. If they focus to train better heroes, they wouldn't need that many. No, I think they would still need a lot, Miguel. I still think they would need a lot because there'd be a limit to how many people can occupy one area, right? Like, no matter how you look at it, with the amount of villains that there are at any given point, and then like natural disasters or simple accidents like people about to get run over, like looking at how big of a country Japan is, they still need a lot of heroes to cover all those different things. So you'd still need a lot. And the fact that there aren't heroes in the boonies already says that there's a shortage. That's what I would say to counter that one, Miguel. I do think there would still be a logistics problem. Like, but right now, like Hero Academia Society has the quality problem that you mentioned, and it also has just flat out a logistics problem where somehow the country area is being underserved, and somehow you have a situation where Mirko is jumping all around Japan trying to help out. Like, that's also pretty extreme. Oh, hey, Sargents. Chocolate, yes. That's why they were referring to that they need back in the provisional exam, and that's why they were harsher with the grading. Oh, true. UA is not the only. There are other low tier. Oh, I know that. Oh, Shoto asks. Yep. Thanks, Sarge. Do. Oh, someone else is typing. Oh, that's not Atsushi tapping. Oh, this is going to be good. Bakugo coming in hard. So Shoto asks why Endeavor has been ignoring his calls and texts. Okay, so this is happening after the warehouse scene. He asks if they forgot their talk about stopping Toya, to which Endeavor responds he did not. Shoto asks why they have been letting Izuku and All Might by themselves, and Bakugo intervenes. He says that Endeavor thinks it's the right thing to do because he doesn't know Izuku that well. According to Bakugo, Deku is crazy and never thinks about his own good. Yes, we all know that. And since All Might used to be that way too, he's unable to stop Izuku. Yes, Bakugo, let him have it. That's exactly it. That's a really good point. Since All Might used to be that way, All Might hasn't learned his lesson from the time his sidekick died. He says that those two should not have stayed together right now. Oh, that's hilarious. Like, he's pretty much saying, it's so clear to everyone that watches it. But yes, that's 100% it. All Might's the worst enabler because he ran himself ragged too. But the critical thing to take away from this is that All Might didn't learn his lesson from Night Eye. Mind you, that's very clear from earlier. What's interesting is that Bakugo's calling out All Might. That's the interesting thing. Him calling out Izuku makes sense, but the All Might call out, that was a little bit unexpected because I thought like people wouldn't touch All Might's pedigree on this one. And I like that he says flat out, like, yeah, Endeavor thinks it's the right thing to do because he doesn't know these people. I like that. That's nuance. That's a lot of nuance. This is hyper competent Bakugo at full force. That's really good. But now we are really in this flashback for a while. One thing that crossed my mind was that we've already seen this behavior from Izuku at the very beginning. This is basically the 10 months of training Izuku did before receiving One for All. Well, I mean, like, the never thinks about his own good. We've seen this the whole time. It's actually kind of funny that Endeavor didn't notice this, but let me think. Would Endeavor have been able to notice that from the war? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh man, I just love how he points out All Might's not gonna be able to stop Izuku. Oh man, way to that's just such a good way of saying All Might's learned no lessons. Oh man. Okay, that actually made me feel really happy. Good on Bakugo. I feel like the whole chapter is a flashback and will return to present only in the last panel. Yeah, yeah. It's starting to feel that way. Which is, that's going to be interesting. People who want development might not enjoy that. What happens when you have too many people working in one area is that they get too lazy and they start to assume the others are doing their part of the job. They get complacent because the workload is that many. Well, unfortunately in this situation, we know that the Endeavor Agency isn't lazy. We know that they're working pretty hard in their area. And that ends up in those people being overall incompetent in their job. Yes. I agree with that overall though. And one, two people have to carry the job with those people. Back when Izuku started training, he started working out more than what All Might had told him, and it ended up back. This is a bit. Oh, did that happen? Did he overwork? Oh man, I gotta go back and read the first little bits of Hero Academia and White Despair. I forgot that part. Like I know parts from that era were just Izuku's characterization, but I forgot that was a thing for him. Good observation, man. Good observation, and thanks for the reminder. I'm getting hit a lot here, guys. I realize that this might not be the best one to play while I'm trying to read comments. Let's see. One second, guys. Oh, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be a long one. Give me a quick second and I'll respond to you guys. Okay. Oh, damn it. There we go. Let's see. Endeavor never got the chance to notice it because when he told Izuku to stop fighting Shigi, he shot back with who else has the power to current. Ah, yes. Maybe Endeavor Agency is that way because they literally carry the prefecture because the other agencies are just a show off. Well, I feel like to some degree, like they're not going to be high in the hero rankings because they're not going to be getting their case counts, right? But that might be what is happening there too. So this is most likely Minette will that. Would you like to see her return as a spirit to give advice to any other heroes like Momo or how to defeat villains? No, because that wouldn't make sense. This isn't Kimetsu. I don't think that she would come back as a ghost in any which way. I mean, it'd be interesting. Like, okay, you know what? I'd be happy if it happened, but I think it wouldn't make sense in the cosmology of Hero Academia. Like, heck, I'd like it if Midnight faked her death. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool too. What if Midnight's the traitor and she faked her death at the most opportune moment? Actually, yeah. The ball would be in Horikoshi's court. He took out... Like, we wouldn't assume that she's the traitor because she's dead. And she's doing all of this because she's upset about dress code regulations. I think most of the minor heroes could have been more useful in the countryside and rural areas, but were too focused on fame and money. Maybe. Deku's reasoning was he had to try harder than everyone else. Izuku was determined to live up to All Might's expectations that he actually worked himself to exhaustion. They focused on making too many heroes to create a false sense of security that nothing could happen because look how many heroes we have. But it's just the top ones carrying them. Yes. Midnight is in the same way twice died. And that made people and the heroes themselves feel that they didn't have the necessity to do better. So playing tennis? Yeah, pretty much, Mega. Ah, that's a weird one. Do 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 do. All right, cool. No trader. Trader Midnight's too much. Oh, you guys are having a really great reaction to this. And now I think this is 100% the thing that has to happen. I think that's a great idea. I gotta thank Robert for giving me the idea there. Like that might be it. It might be Midnight's a traitor. And like, if you're asking how she faked her death, well, Best Jeanist faked his death, and Best Jeanist faked his death somehow with the last thing we saw being Hawks's like little feather blade. So clearly, there's a lot of ways to induce this Nomu-like state. Actually, if she's the traitor, she would know how to induce the Nomu-like state just by knowing the doctor. The doctor could be like, "Hey, Midnight," or Midnight can. Oh wait, no. What if Midnight, her gas, she can use it on herself to induce a death-like state? Wait, that makes sense. She could. We don't really know everything about her. We know that it works really well on certain people of the opposite gender or whatever. But that might just be like the cover. Like she might have just been lying. Like it might also have a special effect on her. Or maybe it was maybe the drugs that the doctor uses or something. Or I don't know. I don't know how this whole Nomu thing goes into like false death. But like if you have the Nomu guy, you could probably figure out a way to induce a death-like state without problem. Yeah, this sounds like a good idea, guys. Yeah, Midnight's the traitor. I'd have to question the logic of the traitor faking their death. If their job is to leak information from UA, then faking your death seems extremely counterproductive. Not if it was time to pull out. Like if Midnight thought that it was time to pull out, that's why you fake your death, so that you can make the clean getaway. And then you reveal yourself at the last arc, being like, "Ha ha ha! I was the traitor the entire time, sowing discord between you people." Wasn't Mina holding her hand? Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. If she induces a death-like state, it doesn't matter if Mina's holding her hand, because a death-like state, like again, like Best Jeanist was so dead that Dobby couldn't tell that he was dead. Like when we live in the world of Central Hospital being able to do whatever, and Hawks approaching Best Jeanist with a feather blade, like I think there's a lot of tomfoolery that could go down to make this work. You just gotta get creative enough, man. But mind you, like if the author did this, I'm not sure I would respect it all that much. Just because of how many, like, to make this work, you need a lot of things to go in the right direction. Like you need to make a lot of things line up in just the right way. But pretty much the faking the death is the exit strategy. You know what? I feel like I've watched too much Danganronpa too. I think Danganronpa is influencing my opinions here, because Danganronpa gets away with a lot of fake death shenanigans. Or like death thingy shenanigans. Actually, no. There's a lot of faking death in Danganronpa in general. God, I hate this. I'm so bad at volleyball. Alright, let's see. Maybe, but didn't the kids find then that had to be at some... No! Midnight faking death in the anime would be great. No. You guys aren't getting it. Like, when Best Jeanist was faked his death, the body wasn't fake. That was the real Best Jeanist. It's the same thing. It's inducing the death-like state in the body. Right? That's what we're talking about. Not any body doubles. Like, it's quite simply, Midnight fakes her death. She induces a death-like state, the same one that Best Jeanist did, right? And then, when she is taken to the morgue, the doctor does the same thing he did with Shirakumo and gets her body and revives her. The same thing that Hawks did somehow to get Best Jeanist's body and revive him. It's the same thing, the same play everywhere. Everywhere we see it, the same play. That's what I'm thinking. That's how you would have to play this if you're gonna make this Midnight situation work. But again, You need so many things to go so correctly that I don't think it's possible. I guess Midnight could get out since Japan fall out into chaos a couple days ago. Yeah, yeah. Like, we also don't know how many, like, how many systems they have in place. Didn't Best Unit require Hawks to get out? Yeah, somehow. But Hawks was being heavily monitored and he still managed to do it. Like, point is, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, to make this work, you need to set up so many things to make the logistics work out. That's what I'm saying, too. Right? Because now, like, someone pointing out, like, for this to work at Midnight needs to have help from someone on the inside. But how is that going to work in this situation? Don't know, right? But that's ultimately what it comes down to. If the author was to do this, it requires so much things to happen in the background that it would, at that point, be a little bit cheap. And to talk about White Despair, wait, please don't stab me. I'm actually secretly a spy working for the League of Villains. I'm planning to fake my death here to fool the heroes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, right? Like, that would have to be what goes down. And yeah, Mega, I hope that the body was mangled. I would hope that it was mangled. The doctor was arrested before Midnight's death. Maybe Midnight could have also been the one that sold Shirakumo away back in Vigilantes. Or Aizawa in this case. Also, if Midnight is a traitor, what is with all that Momo admiration? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. But then again, people still think Kaminari is a traitor. So if I get crazy here, I think I can come up with a way to justify it. I'd have to get creative. But if the Kaminari is the traitor, people can do it. I think I can too. Okay, Momo's a good leader. Maybe Midnight wants to corrupt Momo? Maybe? Oh, Atsushi put up a snippet of the color page. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, the color page matters nothing to me, Atsushi. It's just Bako tearing something up. Like, whoop-de-doo. In my last quest, I was influenced from TMT when Splinter was giving advice to Leonard on how to defeat Shredder. Oh, okay. Also, if Midnight is a traitor, why didn't she notify the villains in advance that the heroes are coming? Well, it's the same question that you would ask if a student's the traitor. Why didn't the student notify the villains in advance that they were coming? Same question. Like, if you can answer the question for the students, you can answer it for Midnight. Whatever question you have, whatever question and answer you have for it, that's how it goes. Oh, he says sorry for delay, more pointer, and later some chapter panels. Okay, in a few minutes. Okay. But yeah, Rotson, that'd be the way. If a student's the traitor, you also have to ask why didn't they give the heads up, and that's probably the same reason for the heroes. Like, if I recall, they were trying to be very careful. The heroes had an operation to prevent information from leaking. Yes, they did do that. Like, they were very careful with telling the kids, but they might have also been very careful with telling the heroes as well. Yeah, for praising Momo, I can only think of, like, maybe praise Momo so that you can get her to join you later or something like that. Like, you're scouting her out kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, she'd be a great leader for the villains. Oh, you know, mind you, like, Midnight might also have a non-regular motivation for doing the things she's doing. You never really know. Oh, good God. I hate everything about this stupid ball. Yeah, the students weren't given intel. I'm just saying, like, that might have also extended to the... Like, Miguel points out that they were trying to prevent leaks, but that might have extended to the heroes as well. They might have been giving intel at the last minute. Like, they might not have been briefed until right when they got to their starting places. And I'm saying might because I don't remember the exact circumstances here. But I feel like Aizawa and them, like, when they were at the briefing... Like, the briefing was happening right before this thing went down. Uh-oh. Come on, Atsushi. Get us those pointers. I'm so hyped. And also, I want to go to sleep. Hey guys, you know, I was recently reading about how some conspiracy theories were just started out as jokes, like birds are government drones. They started out as jokes, and you know, when I read about that, I kind of want to make my own conspiracy theory too. I'd love for my conspiracy theory to get picked up as something serious. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, just letting you know while we're waiting here, just to let you know what I've been thinking about recently. Yes, I do have too much time on my hands. Anyway. Do the Midnight Victor death and is a traitor. I'm sure it would get some views. Yeah, but I think like if I go for that, I need it to be solid. Like I need to be able to like twist this so aggressively that someone's like, okay, maybe, right? Like I need to get that first maybe. If I could get like a quick like, oh, he has a point. That'd be the way to go. So thank you for your questioning here, because we're making a good. We're making a pretty good little case here for Midnight. Phrase Momo isn't smart though, she's a failure. Overwhelmed with the becoming the next leader thing. Midnight wants to free the nipple. Be careful what you wish for. Praising Momo is similar to cult recruiting vulnerable people. Yes, actually Mark, that might be the way to go about it. Yes, I will quote that. It's the same as recruiting vulnerable people. Yes, that makes sense to me. Ah, good thing I'm surrounded with such intelligent commenters. Something bothered me about the elf in the spider spoilers. Since elf is cloned from Potamus, species had only one gene, people survive over 1,000 years. Well, yeah, John, don't think about it too hard. Like they have some kind of genetic variety, right? Because you can get the girl variants and all that. Okay, Atsushi, it's been longer than a few minutes. This is quite a lot. Let's see. If she built Momo to admire her, it will become easier to convince Momo to pass their side once the reveal is done. Yeah. At the same time, like, Momo and Midnight don't really have that many interactions. Like, when you're being perfectly honest about it, like, Midnight's just kind of shoved in there to be one of two of Momo's hype squad, right? Praising Momo so when she fights her, she can say she was lying and never saw any potential in her in the first place, which would destroy current Momo. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what? Midnight can also be like Momo. Don't you remember? You broke the law when you tried to drug Gigantomachia. Like, Midnight could try and play her aggressively. Oh, I was wondering what I needed all the extra money for, but I don't care about that name card. Alright, cool. Yep, got that. Got that. Got that. Excellent, cool. Oh, did we get an explanation for why her name is Midnight? Don't recall. Don't recall it in all honesty. Do. Good. 32. I have 32 pulls for whenever a pretty girl comes out. Hopefully next week I'll have more. Oh, sorry, 38. 38. Maybe Midnight knew some loopholes around the law? Maybe, but like, but they point out that it's just, they point out just to do it, right? Like, they pointed out the dubiousness of doing that, right? Okay, I'm gonna go and look if 4chan has spoilers. Come on, guys. Like, Sushi's just kind of twisting the knife here. Okay, let's see. Oh wow. 4chan put a screenshot of Sushi's chat. It's so bad. Yeah, you can tell this is just a lot of kids. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything on 4chan, but I'm not seeing anything in particular. Yeah, no, nothing. Um, hmm. Oh, Black Clover spoilers already out. Well, I'm gonna go look at that. Oh, as Sushi posted. Okay, someone said. Oh, that's funny. Yo, Ty, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, brother. We're gonna make it though. Are you? Oh, though, Ty. Like, if you go to sleep, I ain't gonna fault you, man. I ain't gonna fault you. Right now, I'm fueled entirely by chatting with you guys. That's the only thing keeping me awake right now. And also, like, cause I'm still thinking, like, God, I still have to write out like 10,000 words. Okay, let me read this now. Endeavor takes his phone out of his pocket, and Seto asks about his GPS. Next page shows Seto, Hagakure, Mineta, and Koda dashing and taking the phone from Enji's hands. They all start talking about how they know him for just a year, but he's already a precious friend. Oh my god. They know that carrying One for All is a burden for him, but that's exactly why they won't be able to smile again while their friend walks down a thorny path. Nezu tells them that they've all grown a lot. It's only been a year, guys. He says that he agreed with teaming up Izuku in the top 3 because he's the villain main target, but Izuku's welcome to go back to UA whenever he likes. Obviously. And look. He agreed with Izuku teaming up with the top 3. Teaming up. Izuku's not a freaking vigilante. Oh, thank God. Oh, wow, great. That's actually very validating. Yes. Yes, that makes the most sense. Izuku was never expelled. Oh God. Thank God. There was something good here. Alright. Oh, episode 16 anime original? Oh, interesting. It's really cute how you always think you're going to bed early. Yeah. Yeah, that is cute. Could there be a situation in anime where Midnight manipulates into thinking she's joining them and then betrays them at certain times during the war and maybe survives? No. No. Like, it's gonna go down the same way it went down in the anime, man. I won't make up here in Digimon 2020. Me too. Vigilante Deku Theory is finally dead. Yeah. Yeah, finally. God, man. Like, oh, this is so validating. Okay, you know what? Just for like, you know what would make this is better? Now, if Ochako isn't at the end there, but like at that point, I'd want to see Ochako there. I just can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine like fighting for Vigilante Izuku when you are being teamed up with other heroes and you have a provisional license. Oh, this is great. That feels a lot. Oh, that's like a breath of fresh air. Though there is some good in the world after all. Obviously there is, because you guys are talking to me. Thanks, guys. You guys rock. And when I say guys, I mean all inclusive. Anyway, I'm gonna very quickly look at the Black Clover spoilers, just to see what Black Clover's got, if anyone's following Black Clover. Oh, good point, Oh yeah, Miguel. You know what? I'm a little bit slow on the uptake now, but yeah, And that, who was saying, they all started talking about Izuku, about how they know him for just a year, but he's a precious friend. Excellent. Yeah, who helps heroes? Other heroes. Excellent. Good point, Miguel. Very good point. Okay, so Black Clover. Oh, just look at this, some kind of sacrifice happening in Black Clover. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I might just like I think I might just gloss over it. Well, that's because I'm tired now. I don't know if I want to talk about it. But at least Ochako could have been the one that convinced the class to help Izuku, but no. Oh, yeah, and you know what? Miguel's like really giving me a lot of fuel here. Yeah, Miguel, you're right. You're right. Um, nah, I'll be chill. I'll be chill about it because I'll be more happy about the fact, like, okay, I really want people to tell me how Izuku teaming up, how Izuku being allowed to team up with 3 pro heroes and being allowed to come back to UA whenever he wants. I really want them to explain to me how that leads to vigilanteism. But I know some people can still fight for it. But, oh, you know what else is dead now? This whole thing about Izuku being replaced by Shinzo. That was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever heard. So I'm glad that's dead too. Because it's like, why? Izuku can fit in the class. What interactions were there between Midnight and Mirko, if any? None. None. Unless you're maybe in Vigilantes, but none with Midnight and Mirko. Horikoshi doing Ochako dirty. Well, you know, I am interested in whether or not Ochako is self-aware about the situation. But I'm curious. Like, if Ochako slaps Izuku in the face, though, I think I'll accept that. Though I will say, like, if Ochako does slap Izuku in the face, I would have to take, like, a critical point and maybe say, like, who is she to slap Izuku in the face? But then again, everyone beats up Izuku, so it's like whatever. Oh, that'd be nice if he gets paid for all that. Seriously, people bit my head off about the Izuku Vigilante thing. But to be fair, to make Ochako look good, they have to make the whole class A look worse, which he wouldn't do. Yeah, that's a really good observation, Miguel. They probably would have to bring down the class to elevate Ochako here. I'm actually really interested in like this whole thing about Seiro, Hagakure, Mineta, and Koda dashing and taking the thing. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, this is 100%. This is 100% setting up attack on UA. Nedzu, you do not just say that this is the good idea to do, man. That's not. Oh, that feels like setup. Oh, good. Ochako's there. Okay, so Endeavor is against letting Izuku back into UA because of many civilians taking shelter in there. Reasonable. Nezu says it'll be okay because they upgraded the UA barrier in preparation for cultural festival. Does a barrier care about like does Decay care about a barrier? It doesn't. Unless the barrier is super high plasma. Otherwise, a barrier is stupid against Decay. I hope someone asks him, what do you mean by a barrier? Like, I need some clarification because like that barrier won't hold back Decay. He assures everyone it will be safe so the students can go and bring Izuku back. Okay. The smartest person in the room is saying, okay, we're going to let everyone go out there and get Izuku. All right. You must be in a really good situation where every person is taken care of and you do not need extra feet on the ground. Excellent. I don't know how you ended up in that situation, but good for you, UA. We then see all of them in Camino's Ground Zero. Dictator's been defeated and the civilians are now free. This is good. We wanted this. Izuku's confused and asks why they come. Ochako says they're worried about him, to which Izuku responds that he's okay. High pressure air barrier? Well, that'll be pretty good. I hope it's a high pressure air barrier. I'd be pretty okay with that. Seeing signs of decay, go see your dentist now. Yes. So 12 on, okay, so like 8 minutes. Right now the drops are 8 minutes apart. But so is this how we end up in UA? That's a pretty dangerous little thing there. Oof, if attack on UA was to start like within 10 chap or like if Izuku gets into UA within 10 chapters of now and this is the route by which they take him in and he doesn't run away, that feels like attack on UA happens faster. Fluoride is Shigaraki's one true weakness. Maybe. Has anyone ever tried to see if decay can affect fluoride? Why is everyone... Okay, yeah, no, I got that. If that bear is made of Mina's metal, it would melt his hands if he touched it. Yeah, but then he could decay from a distance, right? He'd just go and decay the floor, then it would travel up the wall or something like that, given decay's propagation ability. What time is it? God, it's midnight. I'm trying to think. What else do I need to do on Genshin? Yeah. So probably now just wait for another 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll see what he writes. And never let Izuku walk into the house. That could have danger in it. Yeah. This UA setup is not good. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty overconfident. It's pretty overconfident to think like that's going to just work out for you. Oh, you know what? You know what the other problem here is? It's the traitor. Like, you're saying UA is impregnable, but you don't know the identity of the traitor. That could be really fatal as well. Like, this is pretty much... This sounds like it's the start of people saying something akin to like, oh, Higantomakia, the most dangerous person here, won't move because in a world of quirks, there's no way to get him to move. So this feels like this is... It kind of feels like it's the same kind of energy. Yo, Sarge, clue me in on this math that you got here, man. So, how many chapters for Villain Academia that you counted up? I will give you some ideas. Yeah, no, exactly, Ty. That's exactly it. If one of the students is a Trojan horse, imagine. That's going to be pretty bad. Aaron talking to Izuku. I see you have an attack going on. Yes. An attack on the UA walls. The UA walls come down. It's a traitor. Someone turned armored and just broke down the walls. Oh. I really hope he ditches them. For me, it feels too soon for Izuku to get back. Yeah, like, you know, the thing here is that Izuku hasn't really learned a lesson. He just had people come up to him and tell him that he's okay, he just had people come up to him and he tells them he's okay. Like, that's the same as him telling All Might, like, I'm gonna be fine, right? Nothing here critically has happened to really make him think like, oh yeah, you know, shoot, I need to change my ways. Because just in the other chapter he was like, well, you know, I'm doing this for you guys. And then he might think he's still in the right. Like, Bakugo really needs to punch him. Like, that's really what needs to go down. Let's see. Oh, Robert. No, man. I didn't think your questions were stupid. Like, that's the way you described it was exactly what I thought you were going for. Like, you want Midnight to be alive, right? Like, the reason I came up with my with like the little Midnight theory is just to give like a way that Midnight could come back. But like, sincerely, Robert, and this is, I understand, because like it sucks that Midnight died and all that kind of stuff. But the way the anime is, like, it's not gonna make these kind of saves unless Midnight's death was really unpopular. But I don't see that happening. So unless the author himself is gonna rewrite Midnight's death and turn it into something else, like, the anime is gonna follow the manga, unfortunately, because there's no examples of the anime not following the manga. To be fair, the war plan was successful until Shigaraki respawned. Yeah, but that's the thing though, right? Like, all plans are successful until the worst possible thing happens. But for anyone that works on on the field or at a construction site, the worst possible thing happens pretty often, for any given project. So that's the ultimate issue there. There, in a world where there are so many degrees of uncertainty known as quirks, you really shouldn't be assuming that you're going to be able to get away with things. Especially when you were going into a situation where a guy has multiple high-end nomus in his back pocket, right? Like those people didn't know how many of those nomus were active. They didn't know if they were going to be able to handle it. And as you saw, the nomus were a big issue, right? So with so many variables, going for a certainty, making an assumption and making it so certain, that's just incompatible fundamentally. But mind you, like, I'm one of the people that has to like take care of safety on like any of our venues. And for whenever you're doing safety checks, you're always looking at the worst possible scenario. Like you always have to do you have to be really anal about any of your point of service equipment. You have to be really anal about like any lockdown procedures. You have to like remind everyone what the lockdown procedures are. So if in a regular environment you're legally obligated to think about the worst case scenarios, it's kind of stupid to not think that that's the case in every other field. And we know it's the case in every other field. And we also know like if you're on like a work site, a lot of times people, they just kind of ignore the safety protocols, and then eventually, you know, that bill comes due and things go down, someone loses a head, right? So all in all, at the end of the day, I still think the heroes have bad operational awareness just by regular working standards that even the most basic workplaces have. But again, you have to keep in mind, assumptions are what stories is built on. If you don't have someone making a critical assumption, you don't really have things going wrong in a story. Like, that's why competent characters are usually the ones that don't make assumptions and instead plan for every possible outcome. That's what makes an intelligent character. Or the illusion of an intelligent character. The word about Izuku having power is spreading, right? Yeah, he's spreading around like a local legend, right? It's like when Pain makes that wake-up call to Naruto. Yes. Izuku a bit of a hypocrite because villains were killed and have died, but he doesn't expect heroes to die? Yes. What if Midnight have a secret love child? That'd be interesting. All plans are successful until a person comes back to life through sheer willpower. Yes. Or, you know, like any other way to get that order to Gigantomachia. So does Class 1A was not trying to get people in shelter like Shindo did while looking for Izuku. If they were not trying to people in shelter, UA must be a strict shelter to get into. Well, Shirakumo part will be there and All Might sitting outside since the opening, and there will be 8 episodes in total after the original. That means My Villain Academia will be 6 episodes max to cover around 40 chapters. Oh god, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's gonna be bad. Saying he can come back whenever means he think he may not come back right now. Out of curious, Trip, assuming this chapter is foreshadowing on attack on UA, how do you see it going? Does the attack happen while the students are away? Do they return and then it happens? For me, like, I'm still biased on my previous thought for it. I think for Attack on UA, it happens at a moment when Izuku can't respond that well. So if Izuku returns to UA for a period when he's still weakened, and the attack happens while Izuku has to be protected, that would be an interesting way of going about it. It'd be interesting if we do a parallel where when we had Shigaraki being protected in a way, and then him coming out at the end game, if it was the UA people protecting Izuku until Izuku is able to come back at full throttle, right? That'd be the parallel way of going about it. But really, from my UA idea, Attack on UA idea, it's Izuku is in a spot where he can't respond that well. That's what I see for Attack on UA. I don't know if they would do a different dynamic. You can't predict the dead guy coming back to life from a random electric shock. That was a 1 in a million chance. Shigaraki was really lucky. But you can't predict Shigaraki being in a near-death state in that tube. Right? Like, remember, near-death state. He was in a near-death state. He wasn't dead. He was in a near-death state. Did the heroes know that Shigaraki was in a near-death state in the tube? No, they didn't. They didn't know that. When they got there, Merkel's like, oh shit, do not let that tube activate Shigaraki, kind of thing. So when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking of it from the perspective of we're looking at what actually happened, but there's many variables here that those people did not have any real way of knowing. So they made a lot of assumptions here based on the idea that they were going to be able to stop Shigaraki. But that in of itself was so hard fought that that could have gone wrong at any given moment, right? Like, did anyone expect that Merkel was going to lose her arm and leg? No, but it happened. So where exactly are we going to draw the line here on incompetency? I think it's pretty incompetent to send Merkel by herself into the den of Nomu. I think that's insanely incompetent. But are we going to call that out? I hope so. No, there's a lot of layers of incompetency that occurred here, and a lot of it may be coming from hubris. What we might have seen there was full-on hubris coming down and just flat out not being very careful when it came to your tactics here. Mind you, Merkel went down there with Crust, but given that we had the situation with all those Nomu, maybe they didn't send down enough heroes in the first place to make sure that Merkel wasn't by herself for the majority of the time. Oh, Atsu came back out here. Oh yeah, no, Miguel, that is a fair point. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different variables here that require a lot of different actions to go down. But good point, man. Good point. If 1A has that trader, that could be bad. So you want everyone to be an overly cautious hero? Not overly, just just regular cautious. But again, like Miguel's talking about it now, but there are also operational limits. There's limits to what everyone could do. The ending is most likely going to be that day the heroes vanish panel. It was even the shock that revived them. To be fair, Merkel washed. Yes. Okay, so reading the spoilers. Deku asks everyone to get away from him. Mako starts clapping and mocking Deku, saying that, of course, the great inherited one for all would be okay. But then he asks Deku if he's really smiling right now. Deku said that he's doing... Oh, Jesus Christ. Bakugo. Deku says that he's doing what he needs to do for them to keep them safe and sound. That's why he has to go, so he asks them to get out of his way. Baku calls him an All Might copycat and says that he'll take them out himself. That he'll have to take them out himself. Ida and Uraraka are by his side, saying that they'll have to work together to change Izuku's mind. Oh, so they are flat out gonna fight him. Oh, he's about to get throttled. The vestiges might not help him on this one either. Depends on how this goes. Oh, Shigaraki's in a death-like state. Heroes destroying the machine that's supposed to revive him. Mission accomplished. Shigaraki comes back to life on his own through sheer willpower. I mean, like, yeah, no, that was a really bad serendipitous moment for sure. That was really bad. That was a really bad rough moment. Oof. But to be fair, remember, like, the other part of that was that from early on, and I pointed this out during the videos, from early on, Merkel pointed out that there was electricity running through the machines. So from early on, like, as readers, we knew that electricity would be something that would ultimately be used. And mind you, like, you know, the magazine can say, like, he came back through sheer willpower, but I still think the electricity had a role in all of that. Mind you, the real big issue here was that something was around to shock Shigaraki at worst case scenario as well. But yes, no, I just for the record, guys, I do appreciate what you guys are saying, and I am being a little bit of a devil's advocate on this one. But there were a lot of unknowns going into that situation there. Midnight being a traitor kind of makes sense because she was there when Shirakuma was killed. Oh, I got someone on the Midnight is a traitor train. Anyway, let's start wrapping this up. The shock to revive Shigaraki was so tiny and low that not Exodus could feel it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, like, I still think, like, the whole thing about Shigaraki willing himself to life, I still think that was important, and that's why the little shock was able to act as a helper as well. Like, that's my perspective on it. It's just like I don't see a way that a man's body can convulse up the way it did without the electrical stimulus having something of a little effect. Actually, oh sorry. Yeah, it's way too late. Man, Deku about getting jumped. About to your World Star video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be jumping such a ship unless it has 0 holes. Let's see. Deku asks. Okay, so overall, I'm happy that we've ended up with Sassy Bakugo, and I'm happy that we end up with Izuku about to, like, Izuku trying to go away, and Izuku about to be throttled. But this might end in like actually Stain coming in to save him, and it might end also in Izuku actually winning, because this might be the worst possible moment for Izuku to, or for sorry, this might be the worst possible moment for Izuku to show how much he knows his classmates' quirks. And really, if Izuku wants to get smart about it, if Izuku was to get punched a lot and take damage, that's not going to be good, because that means Fajin's going to charge. And if Fajin charges, Izuku's out of there with one kick of his foot, right? So this might be really bad if Izuku actually is able to think clearly. And again, if Stain shows up to help him, this will be a real definite problem here. Okay, guys. Shigaraki comes back to life on its dumb. I think so too. I would have preferred the electricity. Okay. So, cool, guys. Let's start winding down. Guys, if you have any last-minute thoughts, I'm going to call it in like 2 or 3 minutes. If you got any last-minute thoughts, put it in now. But Fajin has to be physical. Nah, man. Like, if Izuku takes damage, it's kinetic buildup. Anything, like, if someone punches him, that's kinetic buildup. And that's why he was able to, like, do buildup from when he was taking attacks from, shoot, Lady Nagat. I think it could work. Like, if he just, pretty much any movement he makes and any kinetic force he takes into his body is going to be a problem. Do I think Izuku can think clearly? I'm not sure. It depends on whether or not he has an adrenaline rush right now. Would he have an adrenaline rush? It depends on what... Well, I don't know. We live in a world where Shigaraki willed himself back to life. So last minute adrenaline rush wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world here. It's just like, thematically, I see Izuku getting away from this because he needs to have he needs to get brought down. Tai, it sounds like the whole class is there. Shigaraki walks out and Nagat can run. And sure, Sam. Let's see. Is whole. But yeah, guys. So, gonna start saying the good nights. 2 minutes is up. Good night to Tai, Mark, Joe, Sam, Speed, Matt, Mr. Amon, Viz, Mega, Robert, John's, White Despair, Miguel. Wasn't the reason he built up the kinetic energy because he was bending his limbs while dodging? No, I think there was a line there where he said he was continuously building it up. Let me see if I can just very quickly find it before I call it a night here. Actually, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it quickly. Well, let me try. Let me try to see if I can find it. As a reference, I think that Deku is related to All for One in some way due to the... Oh, yeah, that's kind of ironic, man. But yeah, due to the fact that his body can handle multiple quirks. No, I think that's just, no, because then that means All Might can technically handle multiple things, but I think that's just a side effect of One for All, personally. Where's My Hero Academia here? 1 second, guys. Just gonna very quickly look to see if I can find that thing for My Hero Academia. Oh, Joe, Realist Hero has a guy that constantly references the Art of War, and so he is smarter than the regular. Like, Joe, check out the first 3 episodes because I think you're gonna like it. Because like what the guy was doing so far, like there's not many logical holes, so you might really enjoy that. One second, guys. I'm almost out. Just looking through this real quick. Okay, so my correction. Repeated movements build up motion-based energy for temporary storage. While getting shot at, I flexed and extended my legs. So that's my mistake. I made the mistake because he was moving his legs while blocking, and that's how he built up. So in this case, if he's blocking everyone and running away from them, he'll be building up energy as he's running away. So different thing other than the storage. Kind of ends up looking the same, but it's a different mechanism. So thank you for the thank you for asking, because that made me clarify. Anyway, let's see. Cool. So good night to Gangsta and Saracens. Anyway, guys, yeah, it was a fun time. You guys all rock. We're calling it a night, and we're gonna end the stream. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Till next time, everybody. Stay safe and have a good night.